Hey guys, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to our channel. How is everybody doing? I'm not just asking how you doing like we normally do. I'm asking for real. How are you doing? How are you doing, guys? Wow. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for everyone, Nigerians and all lovers of Nigerians. All lovers of Nigeria worldwide. Can you guys hear me? Welcome back. Welcome. How are we doing? Stephanie, can you hear me? Queen J said that she's sad. Hey, Cynthia, I'm feeling better today. Thanks for asking. The past 3 days have been really, really difficult, but I feel a bit better today. To be honest, I feel better today. I had a long sleep last night. I went to bed at 7. I can't remember the last time I went to bed at 7, but yesterday, I think I was just exhausted. I was tired. I was physically, emotionally, and mentally drained. And I had to go to bed. Shopper helper say I'm heartbroken. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just here for us to, embrace one another virtually tonight and encourage one another. Yeah. So, and I want to also try to lift up your spirits. Please don't give up. All right. I know this is not what we wanted. There is nobody that loves Nigeria and wants the interest of Nigeria. If you believe in the dream of a new Nigeria and you believe that Peter Obi wanted, or that he is the one that is the visionary leader that we've been praying for, then of course you're going to be heartbroken. Yeah. All over the world today, Nigerians are, we're all feeling it. But you know what? There's a lot that we can console ourselves with. So APC are busy celebrating. But winning, winning to them is winning, right? Because that's how they win. They win dirty, they don't have integrity, and they don't care. Yeah? But winning, when you cheat, is not winning. We all know that. We teach our children that. So the first thing I want to console everybody with tonight is that you should please know that this election was stolen. So take some courage in that. And the people spoke, and their voices was loud. It was so loud the whole world heard. They said that Labour Party is a social media, is a Twitter party. But do you see how many states Peter Obi won? Ify. Hello, my darling. Welcome.
Auntie B.
How are you feeling, my darling? How are you doing?
Not too good. I'm not feeling too good. And I was excited to see that you are going to come on live today.
Yeah.
I have wept today.
Yes.
I have reached out to, very close. And I know when I say this, you will say you don't believe all those pastors. I know that back home there's a family friend who's a pastor, and I had to reach out to him. I said, please talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I am having a mental breakdown right now. What are
Yeah.
you hearing from your God? Talk
Yeah.
to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even the pastor was lamenting. I was the one that was consoling him. The pastor-
You called the pastor to get consolation. You were
And
the one now consoling him.
I was the one
Wow.
consoling him, Auntie B. I was the one telling him, Pastor, everything will be all right. He said, no, don't tell me everything will be all right. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear it. I am tired of this country. I
Yeah.
was in the, he left his house. He got to the polling unit at 8 a.m. and he was there till 8 a.m. the next day,
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah.
He told me that there were so many things that were coming to his mind when he was on the queue to vote, that
Yeah.
he was thinking about all the atrocities that has been going on in Nigeria, and something kept on telling him, don't go and peel, stand here. Are you
Mm-hmm.
hungry? Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger of one day will not delete you.
Yeah.
Stay on that queue and vote.
Mm-hmm.
People went to the ballot with a purpose.
Yes.
They went and they voted their conscience. And
Yes.
somebody turned around and said, kilo kan mi pẹ̀lú conscience.
Yes.
Like, oh, we don't care what your conscience says.
Let me stop you there,
Yes, sir.
Ify.
Yes,
I
sir.
really want to console you, and everybody who believes this is not even about political, affiliations. I'm not even political. Most of us can't even vote.
Yeah,
It is
that's correct.
about anybody who wants the best interest of Nigeria.
Correct.
If you want a Nigeria that works for everybody, irrespective of whether you are Igbo, you are Hausa, you are Fulani, you are Edo, you are Yoruba, a Nigeria that works for everyone, where there is rule of law, there is justice, where there is equity, where there is fairness. This is what we are fighting for. We are not fighting for, Peter Obi is just the man that is the visionary, is the visioneer, that we see can actually articulate the dreams of millions of Nigeria. So
Right.
before you go, before you carry on, Ify, I want to share this video with you.
Yes.
Bio shared this video with me today. Thank you so much, Bio. God bless you. All Nigerians and Nigerian lovers worldwide. Since I woke up this morning and I saw that they've declared APC candidates as the winner, I know how I felt, but I kind of knew already.
Right.
I expected it already, so I prepared myself because I don't want to be heartbroken. I prepared myself, but you know what? If I was actually thinking that it was leaning more towards Atiku, I was thinking it's leaning more towards Atiku. A friend of mine and I had that conversation, and she was like, "No, it's not going to be Peter Obi, definitely because of the rigging and all the cheating and everything that is going on blatantly. We can see, I have peace in my heart because the INEC have shown themselves to the whole world.
Right.
They've displayed their lack of integrity,
Right.
lack of autonomy, lack of
Right.
independence to the whole
Right.
world. Everybody saw it. It was so glaring. It was so obvious. It was out there. So I'm taking my consolation from all that. And I want everybody to be consoled. I mean, I was watching a show today, and this man, he was in tears. He was like, I want a Nigeria that I can go back to. I want a Nigeria that I can take my children to without fear, without panic that something will happen to us. This is why we are behind Peter Obi. But you know what? The powers that be, this same power that have held Nigerian to ransom for years.
Yes, yeah.
They're not going to let go so easily now.
Right, right.
When we did that show the other day, I told you the story. I used the example of the story in the Bible when the children of Israel were in Egypt, and Pharaoh and Aaron went to the palace. And every day they will go and say, let them go. Let them go and worship their God. Let these people go. Pharaoh will say, no, never. If they go, who is going to be building my city? Who is going to be slaves? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do this? He will never agree. Even when the firstborn of the Egyptians was taken, he still wouldn't let them go. There was plagues. If you don't remember the story, if you're a Christian, you need to go back to the book of Acts of Apostles and go and read. I believe strongly in my spirit that is the experience that Nigeria is going through today. Nigeria has been held in captivity for so many years by authoritarian dictators who only they are self-serving. Did you see El-Rufai's son won an election in Kaduna State? These are what I'm talking about. So these people, it is the ruling class against the people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this ruling class will do anything and everything to remain in power. So this video that Bio shared with me, I want to play with you guys. It will console some people so that you will know. If you are not ready for your hands to be stained in blood, you cannot win an election in Nigeria.
Wow.
No, you cannot. You cannot. So Adams Oshomole, who is he and Tinubu, they are birds of the same feather. They belong to the same party. He tried to do that nonsense that Tinubu did in Lagos with Edo. We kicked his ass. We kicked him out.
Yeah.
But we told him, Edo not be Lagos. This is what he said.
For democracy to flourish, only people who can accept the pain of of defeat, should participate in an election. Because
did you hear
for
that?
democracy to flourish, only people who can accept the pain of of defeat, should participate.
He gave himself
Did you
away.
hear that? He said that on national television.
Yeah, he gave himself away right
This
there.
is not
right there.
pre-recorded. This is not doctored. Only people who can accept the pain of rigging, they go to any length. These people will soil their hands in blood. They will do anything. They will take lives. They will do anything.
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 Yeah. You know,
that is what that is APC for you. That is all this ruling APC and PDP. These people have been in government for over 20 years in Nigeria, whatever years, I can't count. And Nigeria is retrogressing every day.
No doubt. It is. There's no doubt about it, Auntie B. And, you know, out of all of this, what I'm happy about is that Peter Obi is going to court. Because if he decided to sit this one out and say, well, I'm just going to sit idly by and continue with my business and I don't give a care in the world. If he had said that, Auntie B, then I would have had a problem with Peter Obi as a person. Because I have seen videos of little children crying that they rigged him out of that election. And when I mean little children, I mean little babies who are 4 years old, crying and saying, Mommy, Daddy, what happened? Are you saying Peter Obi did not win? Have we ever seen this in the history of Nigeria?
No.
Never.
Have we ever seen Nigerians, youths, old people coming out to vote, believing that we can have a leader instead of a dictator and a ruler?
And to be, people entered plane. People boarded planes from the UK. People came from America. People came from Europe. People
you don't
came
know what
from
hope
every
is.
part of the world.
Peter Obi is a symbol of hope.
Yes, he's a
phenomenon. Symbol of restoration for us.
Yes, he is.
He's a symbol of, can Nigeria ever walk? Is it possible? You know, when the Bible says all the years that the cankerworm and the caterpillar has eaten, can there be a restoration? Is it possible for these dry bones to walk again? This is what Peter Obi represents to us.
Right. And you know, Auntie B, I remember during my days in Unilag, and for those who attended any school in university in Nigeria, I don't know whether they still do it, but of course we know that there are some girls who would, you know, they'll find themselves in engineering and science, and they don't know what they're talking about. They won't come to class. If they ever come to class, they're eyeing the lecturer. And then what the lecturer does at the end of the day is that he gives them the expo before the exam. That's exactly what happened with Tinubu. There's a reason why he said he was not going to come for debates. They asked him, they said, Mr. Tinubu, why are you not talking to the Nigerian press? He said, well, they are looking for popularity. And me, I'm not going to make the Nigerian press popular.
That's the kind of president he's going to be. He's going to be a president that has zero respect for the press.
For the press, yeah.
And the press is an arm that holds public officials accountable.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's Nigeria is going to head into dark times if something isn't done. But I am glad that Labour Party, they're gathering their evidence. I mean, all these PDP people, they now see that Labour Party is not just on the internet, right? And they are the ones doing the attachment now. They want to attach themselves to Obi.
Did you see how many seats in the House of Rep, in Senate? And like Labour was beating governors who were going to Senate.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. They're
including the former wife of the governor, that one that we did a video about that went in Anambra State.
Right. Yeah, she was beating blue black, you know, and I'm just so glad that they made a statement. And right now, people are no longer seeing them as some featherweight party. They are beginning to see them as stakeholders in the Nigerian polity. And that's where it starts from. And that's why, and PDP should wait till Peter Obi is coming from them, because they rigged him out in Akwa Ibom, the state where Peter Obi's wife is from. They rigged him out. They rigged him in Delta. And when I say out, it's not like they made him lose. They stole the vote so nicely that, you know, it won't be like, they rigged too much. But they rigged a lot, Auntie B.
Did you know that the level of rigging was so massive that they even gave the same result for 2 states?
2 states, 26,000. 26,000 for Bauchi, 26,000 for, I think, Gombe.
Exactly the same number of votes. Exactly the same number of people that they didn't count their vote. Everything was duplicated. That's
They
to
did,
tell
they
you
did a
how
shabby
prepared
job. They did
these
a
people
shabby
were.
job. You know, and to be one of my, I won't call him a friend because we grew up together. He's older than I am a little bit. And I remember that when the campaign was going on, I was very vocal. I said, hey, I'm supporting Peter Obi. And he said, you know, there's this mentality for some Yorubas. They feel like if you grew up in Yoruba land, you should just go with the crowd. And you know, people should correct that impression that Peter Obi is an Igbo candidate. Yorubas voted for Peter Obi
Oh yes,
massively
well, some of
across
his
the
strongest
southwest.
supporters were Yoruba. What are you
Yes,
talking about?
and to me, I was on a
First the
call.
bad guy,
Yes,
who is the son of the
Falana.
Falana, who is a human rights lawyer that is well
Yeah.
known. Is a strong supporter of Peter
Of
Obi
Peter Obi.
and
Or
Labour
is it
Party.
macaroni? Or is it macaroni? That's comedian.
No,
That
Peter
one,
Actually,
Obi
that one is ready to delete
he's
or
not an
delete.
ethnic, he's not an ethnic candidate.
Mm.
There is no way,
Yeah.
there is no way an ethnic candidate
Yeah.
under 9 months can stand for presidential election in 9 months.
Yeah.
You were able to raise a party that nobody knew about.
Nobody knew about.
And you are able to win so many seats in the House of Senate, in the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
There is no way.
There's
It
no
can't
way.
be. It can't be.
There's no way, absolutely, Auntie B. You know, this old friend of mine who never greets me, regularly. I think the last time he wished me a happy new year, and that was it. I was about to go to bed last night, and what did I see? Happy New Month. Shebi, I told you. Remember I was telling you that you people should not waste your vote on Peter Obi. And
What did you do? What did you do? Did you? I hope you helped me to block
when
them
I'm
to the
angry,
fourth
I don't speak
generation.
English. Oh. When I'm angry, I don't speak English. Now Yoruba, I take accent.
I hope you help me to block them to the fourth and fifth generation.
Money ejo, kilo kọlu ẹ, ṣé electric shock ẹ ni àbí kí ló ṣe ṣé ó ṣì nà ní?
Is the person in Nigeria or where are they?
The person is in Nigeria. Like
you see, Anja Antoria Aja. You guys in America. Somebody said something this evening that I heard there. She said, you know what? I live in the West. I have my 401k. I have my businesses. I have my jobs.
Yeah.
I am not directly affected by what is happening in Nigeria. I have options.
That is correct.
You guys in Nigeria, you are the one talking like you're already suffering. You see, far away, it is sweat too. Now in fact, I no let person they know.
No, at the end,
now your friend where they talk, so they sweat. Now the fact that no let you know say they sweat.
Auntie B, he's hustling, he's struggling, like he's struggling. And I said to him, I cannot believe that you chose suffering over something else. I mean, I have a couple of friends in Nigeria who are comfortable, but even in their comfort, they want to leave.
Comfort? What comfort do you have that you drive on the road that you are safe? That you know that you're not going to have people waiting and they will say, okay, come and bring 100 million. Who is in Nigeria that is safe?
Nobody. I said nobody. Bolanle Rahim, the one that they deleted on Christmas Day, the police people deleted. I mean, she had a comfortable life, according to the impression she gives on social media and those who know her. She was a practicing lawyer. She was a real estate agent. She was really
but Nigeria happened to her, Abi.
Nigeria happened
because of lack of training for police. Police that are not checked, they are not well paid. They allow them to be a law unto themselves. Let me tell you something. The last time Buhari went to his hometown, did you know that they chased him away from Katsina?
Even that Katsina vote, it be like an article win Katsina. That's how I know that.
Article win, no.
They don't want Buhari for there. They chased him away.
That's how much they detest him.
Yes.
I want everybody who is a supporter of the truth. I'm not going to even say Peter Obi. If you are a supporter of the Nigeria that we all dream of, the Nigeria where we all aspire, be consoled in the fact that there is a political consciousness going on now. The only prayer I'm praying is that, do you know what? The way the youth have stood up, let them not be discouraged now because of what has happened. Because they've not, you know what INEC has done? Once the bad guy said something.
Right.
I saw it shortly before I came online.
Yeah, right.
And it made a whole lot of sense to me. God bless him. These are Nigerian youths that, they believe so much in Nigeria. They have opportunity to jackpot, but they don't want to.
They don't want to, yeah.
They don't want to because they love Nigeria and they want Nigeria to change. This is what first the bad guy said. Let me play it to you so that you can hear what he has to say. He said something about the elections.
Mm-hmm.
Electoral Act as amended just last year states in section 60, by the way, that transmission of election results shall be done in a manner as determined only by the chairman of INEC.
That gives him too much power.
The chairman of
Right.
INEC then by himself released the guidelines and regulations for the 2023 elections, in which he stated that transmission of results from the polling units shall be done via the BVAS system. Okay, that's the portal, the website, everything that he put there. Election happened. The chairman of INEC now came later, after election that have already happened, and say, sorry, I know I said that this is the way that we do it, but what happened is that our system was hacked, and as a result, we can't do it like this.
He didn't even say it was hacked.
That's okay, no problem.
He didn't say hack.
Your system is actually hacked.
Mm.
The normal thing to do in this circumstance, or let me say the fair thing to do in any circumstances, okay, I said we'll do it this way, but my system has been hacked. So how about we do it again?
No.
Chairman of INEC say, no, don't worry,
Let's carry on. Let's just carry on.
Right.
So he didn't even use the word hack. He said that he had system problem. But you know why we know that he's lying through his teeth? And
He is.
history would never forget that man. You see, these people, they don't know. The sins of the father is visited on their third and fourth generation. Whatever it is that they gave him, whether it's Buhari or it's Tinubu, whatever it is they gave Professor Yakubu, the sins of that whatever he has done. Because first of all, INEC has too much power. Him as a chairman has too much power. Because according to what Faz the bad guy just said, he is the one that determines, the system of which they will use to collect these results.
Right.
So he brought this BVAS. If BVAS was compromised, how come it's only presidential election one?
Yeah, it was compromised for.
It was compromised for. Why was it working for all the other one? When I was listening today on Channels Television, Kenneth Okonkwo said all the other elections, BVAS worked. It's only the presidential one.
Right.
So they had a game plan from day one.
From day one, somebody
they knew they couldn't do it without BVAS, and that's why they choose not to use BVAS to transmit the election results.
Right.
According to what he told us. Did he feel bad about it? Did he apologize to Nigerians for where?
Auntie B, in this circle that I am in, when people see PhDs and professors and they begin to think that they are some special beings, I will tell you, Auntie B, as a PhD holder, when I hear somebody has a PhD, I want to ask them, and this is a question I always ask, what did they get their PhD in? How are they contributing? And how do
Nigerians go abroad and they will buy degrees?
But Auntie B, I also want to ask this important question. This is the most one that I ask. How are they contributing to the world with their PhD?
Yeah.
That's the most important question I ask PhDs. And I remember one time somebody posted a picture of a family that has 50 professors. And I asked a simple question. It was on Nigerian Twitter. I said, what have they contributed to the world? And they saw it as an insult. Because tell me what you are doing with your degree. Yakubu Mahmood has a PhD. I think he went to Oxford and Cambridge. They call them Oxridge. People like that, they call them Oxridge. They give them some funny acronym. So you see somebody who went to Harvard and they say, oh, he's a Harvard hottie. Or you see somebody who went to MIT and they will say, oh, he's an MIT grad. This one is an Oxridge. Money owoti Jono. And if they can buy you with money, what is the point of getting all those stupid degrees? I'm sorry to say. And when I checked well, I'm sorry, I'm not insulting anybody that read history here. Abajo, history ni, Ogba professorship in history.
They say he got PhD by quota system.
Absolutely, Auntie B. He was through quota system.
And he got the PhD by quota system.
And he got a PhD in history. I was like, oh, Abajo. I'm not saying that those ones who get PhD in other things are not this bad. But if you can be bought, after you went to school for so many years, you got all those degrees, and somebody can buy you with millions of dollars, what does that mean? How are you different from a market thief who goes to steal 2 cubes of Maggi in the market? Yeah. Yakubu Gowon is not different from a local thief, which he is.
If you brought me back to my talking points, I had a few notes that I made. Let me just read through it quickly. So I want to console all of you because I know, we all love Nigeria. Not even Nigerians alone. We have people from Uganda, South Africa here, Ghana, all across Africa, even non-Africans, Afro-Caribbeans, African Americans who love Nigeria. You are affiliated to Nigeria by way of friendship, marriage, or you feel like every black man or woman originally is from Africa. That is the motherland. We all agree on that. So my consolation to you tonight, guys, over the fan, is that APC election was won not credibly. It was thuggery, stealing, cheating, manipulation, and there was a lot of agbero. And we all know who his muscle man is, MC Oluomo. It's not any secret. It's all known.
It's an
across social media. Everybody know him. He's the one that Tinubu's man, who is his muscle man, is MC Oluomo. And he is the one that has all these agberos and thugs that he will send to polling booths to snatch election boxes, to disrupt and intimidate people, threaten them, who to vote for, who not to vote for. Adunia Ade, the actress, just went online and said that one of Tinubu's thugs is threatening her because she spoke up shortly before the election about actors and Yoruba actresses in the Yoruba movie industry who were collecting as little as 90,000 naira to canvass and advocate for APC.
Yes.
So she said that there's been a threat, and she was calling the names of the people that are responsible. They say the person is one Coco idiot or whatever his name is.
Coco Zaria.
Yeah, these are all people that are affiliated to MC.
Yeah, I know that Coco Zaria.
And by proxy, they are affiliated to APC. This is the government you want.
Yes.
This is the president that you want.
Yes, this is not
so these people lack integrity. They win by any means necessary. They lack honor. And if you think that all these things that I'm saying is just Oyibolo saw, it doesn't mean nothing. I put it on my Instagram today. If you are a parent and you have children and they cheat and steal, don't correct them. Be clapping for them, encourage them to steal more. Let them go to Walmart. Let them go to Asda and Tesco and steal.
Call them a shoplift.
Call them a shoplift. Come on, jale. And you guys will clap for them. Don't correct them. Don't tell them off, because this is what you are teaching them. You are telling them that it's okay to win by any means necessary. Honor doesn't matter. Integrity doesn't matter. Winning the right way does not matter as long as you win. So that is what you are teaching them. So all of you that APC supporter, you think you are jubilating now. Don't jubilate too much. Don't jubilate too much. Especially if you live in Nigeria like that, your friend Ify. Don't jubilate too much because you don't know what's coming. You don't know. Tinubu was governor in Lagos State for 8 years. You see that Eco Atlantic that he started that he has not finished. He will finish it now. All the money that he allegedly used to buy all the senators, all the the people that will get the person that they are stupid and annoying system where they delegate. All the money that was spent in this election to rig, he will first get it back before he would think about you. You think he's thinking about you? Did you see the smug on his wife's face in the picture when he was delivering the so-called speech?
Auntie B, I don't believe say that man will reach Aso Rocksha. I mean, I will tell you that for free. I do not think. I mean, he was declared by INEC, but he's not going to get to that place. So I'm telling you, Auntie B, this is not me being delusional. I'm just telling you the fact.
If winning is not winning, you win by all or any means possible, then sorry, I can't respect you. I can't.
Right. Right.
Because that's the difference. You see how all the international observers started leaving. Dele Mamadu tweeted and posted pictures of the international observers leaving. While INEC were still counting their Isonu counting. They are rigged counting. They were leaving because they could see already that they've been compromised.
Right.
INEC has been
one of your commenters is asking me whether I'm at work. I took the day off. I'm not going to function. I'm not even lying, Auntie B. I can't function today. I want to know why that person is asking me whether I'm at work. And I'm wondering.
A lot of people didn't go to work.
Does the person want to come and meet me where I am? I'm not at work. I'm not in the mood.
Why are they asking you whether you're at work?
I wonder. Her name, I
They
can't.
shouldn't
I
ask
think
you. They want to
her name
mock.
is
That's what they want to do. But you know what?
Nanedu.
You are not directly affected by this, Ify.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not.
yeah.
You may have friends and family in Nigeria.
Hmm.
And the reason why people are so passionate is because of our love for our country.
Hmm.
You see the pride that Americans take for America. When they talk about America, even the Americans are not American but Brits. You
Yeah.
see the pride. There is a pride in that, in being an American.
And
That's
I'm
what.
not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, because their system works. I'm sorry, their system works. You know, of course, when they did the last election with all the lies they peddled about their president, their current president, the current president of America. Why do I keep saying India? I'm here. And they said that he cheated.
Yeah,
what did they
because
do,
you see yourself as a Nigerian first.
Yes, Auntie B.
That's why you are saying, yeah. You see the way that Adam Soshomole said, you win election by rigging.
By rigging,
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
See, so no matter how you live in America, if you are a Nigerian,
I am.
that's why you are saying, yeah. Because even if you have the passport, Omoya was with me now when the election was going on. Omoya has American passport. But you see the way she carry Nigerian matter for head.
Right.
The people that live in Nigeria that don't even know road to how to japa, they can't. Some of them don't care less. But you know what? One thing I want us to give Nigerians this time around, because we usually will say Nigerians, especially the youths, we need to give them their flowers.
Oh my goodness, Auntie B, and the women too. They are the MVPs
They did well.
in all this.
Nigerians did well.
Oh, you know, Auntie B, I reached out to one of the Alimosho guys today, because I met a lot of people on Twitter just because of this Peter Obi matter. But I know that there was one of them that was unavoidably absent on Twitter between Saturday and Sunday, until I saw the video where the APC people were literally holding them down from releasing the results they have on their hands. So I contacted him. He came back on Twitter yesterday and I said, hey, how are you? And he said, well, my phone got broken. I was injured.
They seize their phone. That's what they do, because they know it's phone. They used to tweet and to post it on social media. So that's the first thing. Even first, the bad guy said his phone was stolen. They took his phone initially.
Yeah, they did.
Got it back.
There was nothing they didn't do to
That's the kind of government. That's the kind of winning that you people are celebrating.
That they are celebrating, Auntie B. So you know what, Auntie B, I was trying to encourage him. Yeah, I was trying to encourage him. I was like, what's the plan for Saturday? He said he should just tell me the truth. That people are a little bit downcast. They're tired. And that they're saying that they won't come out for election on Saturday. I said, please, go and tell those youths in Lagos to come out. I said, please, if you want me to talk to them, give me their contact. He even gave me GRV's contact. Because there are some internal.
I don't know. They are so despondent.
They are so despondent.
They are down,
that is the word.
because all their hopes have been dashed by INEC.
And you know, Auntie B, this INEC thing is mind game they are playing.
No, INEC has too much power. That's the thing that any sane president needs to look into. Do you know that it's the INEC chairman that determines who is going to be the president?
Yes, he's the one that has the power to decide. But
that's
Auntie B,
exactly what first the bad guy read to us.
There is an electoral act.
INEC chairman that determines who wins that election.
Adewale is here. Yeah,
Adewale, my love, how are you?
I'm a bit down. I've gone through so many things like in the past 24 hours. I mean, before they announced the result, I was like, oh, aren't these political leaders, I mean, aren't their kids youths as well? Like, aren't they supposed to think like the way we do? Don't they want a better Nigeria? So I went on Instagram. Luckily on the Explorer page, I saw a picture of is it this Kano State governor, the Kano State governor's daughter, who's married to the late Ajimobi's son. I found her Instagram page. And then on her bio, I saw the link to Ajimobi's son's page. So I went on his page and then I realized that he's also running for maybe House of Rep in Oyo State or a Senate or something. And I saw his mom. I saw that he's also because they're Muslim, so he's also religious. And I saw all the codes. And I realized that this does not really align with what you guys are doing. And then I saw his campaign and I never saw any post where he was campaigning to the people.
The places he doesn't need to campaign. It's by selection.
He didn't campaign.
Yeah.
He did not campaign. He was just going to the significant places that he needed to get the votes.
Oh, yes.
And then I went down and down and down and down. Then I saw the university he went to. I think he went to a university in America. I saw the people he was around with. And I was like, these kids are going to, like, the political class, their kids are going to be the
They
one.
want to keep that. Did you see
They're
how
going to be the one that
someone?
replaces their parents when their parents
Yes,
die.
they will. Their children will become either House of Rep members or senators. Their
And from
wives
there,
become senators. I heard that in his acceptance speech. Your bat, you know, when they call him bat, I literally see him as a bat. He's a bat. Bat is the ugliest animal in this world, so he's a bat.
But
I heard that he said that his wife is not going to Senate. I'm like, why not? Let her go to Senate. You guys own the world. You own Nigeria.
exactly.
Let your wife go to Senate.
That's
You
how
become president.
that's how they think. That's how their kids think. So they're alike. So I just lost hope. And then I was like, my mom called me this afternoon, and then we were talking about the election. My mom is the most apolitical person I've ever known. She
Wow.
does not even know the current governor of her state. My mom
Right.
is from your state. She doesn't know. And then she was like, I was asking her how was the election. Then she said, I said, bóyá Obi ló máa win. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ló tó wà níbí báyìí ládùúgbò, Obi ló dìbò fún. The moment, like, what that means, she said that she thought Obi was going to win. That everyone
Everybody
around
voted
her,
for Obi.
they all voted for Obi. And my
That
mind
is
was
an
just,
Oyo State mother.
and Oyo
Oyo
State
State
mother.
mother that is not even political. That's to tell
not
you how the
political.
dream of Obi, the dream of a new
She's not
Nigeria
political.
went deep.
She said everyone around her voted for Obi. And my mind just said, how did Tinubu get 500 votes? It's not possible.
Okay.
500,000 votes. It's not possible.
they rigged
Peter
everything.
Obi won.
They rigged everything. Everything was rigged. And you know what's so
Everything was
annoying?
rigged.
They were sharing it between themselves. APC will say, let's steal small. Let's take a lot.
Exactly.
Let's give PDP small.
They rigged everything, because if this election was free and fair, Peter Obi would have won this election. He won this election with a landslide, because he is the people's mandate. He is the favorite, because if he was a regional, like, candidate like Onkoso,
Yeah.
he wouldn't get any vote. The votes he would get in the north, he wouldn't get anything. He had, like, even with the rigging that they did, he had 6 point something million votes for someone who has only campaigned for 8 months.
Even when I checked this morning, because I had to go to bed. I was fucked out. I had to go to bed. I can't believe even my children were like, what happened? From 7 o'clock, I went to bed and I slept till past 7 this morning. 12 hours. I have not slept like that in a long time. And it's just, I was tired. Mentally, emotionally, I was drained. When I checked this morning, I put on the TV as I was preparing for work, and I saw even the margin with all their rigging. Adewale, did you see?
I saw the final
Tinubu
result.
was like maybe 9 million. They say Atiku was 7 million, the total votes, and they said Obi was 6 million. Even with all their rigging.
All the rigging.
Yeah. And this is Obi that, Labour Party that nobody knows nothing about. Under 9 months.
Under 9 months.
Well,
Under 9
all
months.
obedience, all the people who believe in the dream of Nigeria should be, we should even be celebrating. How far? Do you know how many times Buhari campaigned before he won? And I was saying on my Instagram live, I uploaded it earlier on. I was saying on my Instagram live that I'm so consoled and I'm not feeling down because Peter Obi is a dream. And the statement is out there already. Okay, it's out there already. Jonathan had the same opportunity that Buhari has now. Good luck, Jonathan. Oh, God will help me and bless that man.
He did one thing good for Nigeria.
History will be kind to Good Luck Jonathan, whatever he does now. The fact that he put Nigeria above his own personal interest. He could have told the INEC chairman to rig the election in his favor for PDP.
Yes.
8 years ago. He could have. He has the power to do it. But he didn't. He said, you know what? People were saying, no, don't leave. You can do another 4 years. But he saw what was about to descend on Nigeria because of
Nigeria.
all the things that Buhari already put, in place. That if he doesn't win this time around, this is what his people should do.
No,
And
he already
thank
said it. He
God,
said the baboon will bath with its blood or something.
yes.
Yeah, he made it. He gave a
And good
talk.
luck, Jonathan decided that, you know what, country above personal interest.
Yeah, right.
He let
He
democracy
left
live
it
in
and
Nigeria.
handed it to Buhari
Right,
when
he
he could have stolen it. But you know what? Buhari gave us hell for 8 years.
He
He
did.
allowed his people to sack the south, southeast, southwest, everywhere in the south. Even in the north, gone, even his people, they were not safe. Katsina State, they were not safe.
Right.
And that's why they were throwing stones at his chopper. They were
Yeah.
when I saw the video, I was like, if your own people reject you,
Yeah.
I mean, Nigeria. I think like southern Nigerians think that the people in the north, they kind of like their leaders. If you don't go there, if you don't know anyone in the north, you wouldn't really know how they actually feel. They don't like them.
the people in the north are the ones that suffer the more. The average person in the
They're
north.
the ones that suffer.
What they
They
used to
suffer.
keep them in check is the religion.
It's religion, exactly. It's religion. It's
Yeah.
religion. It's not like they like them, it's religion. That's what they used to
Yeah.
keep them.
Okay.
Just,
Hillary, you're welcome. Let's take your call. I have
Hi, Auntie B.
Welcome, my darling. Where are you joining us from briefly, and what do you have to say?
From Muncie, Indiana. I've cried all day.
It's okay.
It's gonna be okay, but it's
We'll be all right.
I hope Nigeria isn't as bad as I think it is. Because if it's that bad, I'm not sure how it's going to withstand another 4 years or another 8 years of Tinubu.
We don't know if we are going to have Tinubu for 4 years or 8 years. Let's wait and see. Remember, there was a prophecy. Somebody said that he won. A prophet here, which a lot of people were telling me, including Brother Patrick, said that the man's prophecy usually come to pass. That his prophecy used to come to pass, said that he will win, but he will not go to Asoro. So I'm leaning towards if he's a persuasion now.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's see. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, let's see. Because I don't know. Because I
Hillary,
didn't
are
think
you
he
there?
was going to win. I'm here.
Go ahead, Hillary.
Oh, I didn't think he was going to win, and then I didn't think that they were going to rig the election. I didn't think that a lot of these things were going to happen. I'm exasperated, I'm angry, I'm tired, I'm sad. But there's one thing that I want all Nigerians, all Africans in general to ask themselves.
Hey, your internet is not good, though. You are cutting off, Hillary.
Oh, it's cutting off.
Go ahead quickly, please.
Okay. When a member of your tribe becomes president, how do you benefit?
I wonder.
That's the question we need to ask ourselves. When a member of your tribe becomes president, how do you benefit? How did Northerners benefit from Buhari? How did people in the South benefit from Jonathan? How did people in the Southwest benefit from Obasanjo? Everybody is talking about, Tinubu being the Jagaban and Tinubu being, the father of Lagos and the father of the Southwest. This is a man who, I can't think of anyone who has led to the deaths of more people in Lagos than Tinubu. The thugs he paid for turn into armed robbers that kill people, kidnappers that kill people, cultists.
Absolutely.
All the things that he involves in kills primarily Yoruba people in the Southwest. His political son, political godson, is the one that shot fire into the crowd during NSAS. Most of the people who died in that were Yoruba. So, how do you attach yourself, personalize yourself, live vicariously through someone who doesn't care about ending your life? That is something that we just need to digest, because the truth is there were a lot of Yoruba people who supported him because he was Yoruba. He did get millions of votes. And if we fight this election, unfortunately, it's going to turn into a tribal thing. And it really shouldn't, because there were also a lot of Yoruba people who supported Obi. So it's just we
No,
need
it's
to.
not gonna be. I don't believe it's gonna be a
I
tribal
don't
thing.
agree. Yeah, I don't
No,
agree.
it's not gonna be tribal. It's never gonna be tribal. Never,
It's not
never.
actually.
Edo people. Let me just use Edo. Not only Edo, but let me use Edo because that's my state. Are the people that fought for Peter Obi the most? Do you know that the sitting governor of Edo is PDP? He left APC because Adams Oshomole trying to strong harm him and didn't want to give him he didn't want to give him the seat. He didn't want to give him the candidacy. He moved to PDP. Edo people don't vote party, we vote people. Okay? But Labour Party won in Edo. Even with everything they tried. That's why I believe that no, it's not going to be about tribe.
I think I understand why she's saying it's about tribe. You see,
Mhm.
in the Yoruba culture, although like a lot of people say Yoruba people are liberal, yes, culturally we're liberal, but there's certain people in our communities that always tries to make sure that we still put tribe before anything. In this election, a lot of what do you call them, Tinubu's thugs were trying to they were
As
threatening
we're
Yoruba
speaking
people.
now, Adewale, let me just break this news to you guys. I never heard this name before today. He's been arrested. The one that said that Aduni, that was threatening Aduni, Ado or
Yes.
whatever he calls himself.
Yeah, Coco Zaria. Coco Zaria.
Is it Kokozari? I know there's another one that was arrested now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just saw the news online that he's been arrested. Yeah. Let me give you guys the name. I think I just saw the name.
So what's his name? Is he the one that was threatening
No.
Ade?
No, I don't think it's the one. His name is Ado something. Let me try and find it. Where is it now?
Okay, has been
Mhm.
arrested for what?
They say he buys somebody.
Oh, he fight somebody. Wow.
Yes, during election, this same election, that they are celebrating victory that was stolen. Mhm.
Stolen mandates. Stolen
Yeah,
mandates.
yeah.
So that's what they did. All those, and when you try to talk to them, they're just gonna say, "Oh, Yoruba Runu," like Yoruba people think. Don't be a traitor. So they were threatening a lot of Yoruba people, but still a lot more Yoruba people voted for Peter
Of
Obi,
course,
and
he
that's
couldn't have
why
won
he won
Lagos
Lagos.
with only Igbo votes.
That's why
He
he
won't
won
have
like,
won all the
Lagos.
states that he
He
won.
wouldn't
It's
have
not
won
about tribe.
Lagos.
No, I don't believe it's about
It's
tribe.
not about tribe.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he won Lagos is like evident that this thing is not about tribe. It's not
No, it's
about
not.
tribe.
It's about
Even
people that want a change and they're
a
tired of the
change,
status quo. Yeah.
exactly won't change. I mean,
And
if you
see,
go to if you go to
people will
Peter
start
Obi's,
paying for oxygen in Nigeria now. Like if for you to step out of your house in Nigeria now, they'll start paying because Tinubu taxes everything.
They will
Tinubu is
see
going to
now.
he will tax the air they
They
breathe.
will soon see. I said that the first thing he will build is that Eco City that he couldn't finish. The Atlantic Eco that he tried to, he tried to duplicate that thing that he did in Dubai, where they sacked the ocean and built a city there. He
Yeah.
started it, but he didn't finish it because
he
of
didn't finish.
funds, obviously. That's the first thing he will do. You should watch. He
He's,
pocketed Lagos,
he's,
he will pocket Nigeria if he
he's the
gets there.
perfect mafia
Angela,
boss. He's the perfect mafia boss.
yeah.
He's
Angela, you
going
are
to.
next in line. Welcome. Hello, Angela. Can you hear me?
Hello, Auntie B. Hello,
Hello,
Auntie B. Can you hear me? Hello, can
Angela.
you
Are
hear
you
me?
there?
Yeah, hello, Auntie B. Can you
Okay,
hear
I'm
me?
gonna move on because of time because got a lot of people waiting. Yeah, this is definitely not an election that you should be jubilating. Don't celebrate because you stole it. Angela, you are next in line. Welcome. Aristotle. Hello, Angela. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Auntie B. Aristotle, you are next.
Can
Hello.
you hear me? Hello,
Angela,
can you
are you there?
Yeah, hello,
Okay.
Auntie B. Can you hear
I'm
me?
gonna move on because of time. No, I can't hear you. I don't know who's speaking now. Who is speaking? Yeah, this is definitely not an election that Aristotle, can you please put your YouTube off? Because you stole it. Oh. Aristotle, your YouTube is off on. You can't listen simultaneously. You need to put your YouTube off. Okay, so you can hear only from here, right? Yeah, Aristotle. Okay, so people need to put their YouTube, or you can hear from both streams. Angela, you're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Auntie B?
Yes, my dear. Where are
Okay.
you joining us from, and what do you have to say?
I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Honestly, the result of the election was not what I wanted, expected. But there's one thing I would like to say
Mm,
that I believe that this is not over for um, for the people that wanted Peter Obi to become the president. I believe he can still win the next election um, if he doesn't give up and stand with the youth. That's what I want to say. Then also I want to say that the reason why the among the problems of Nigeria are also the elderly, the Nigerian elderly ones. I think their mindset is a little bit backward, and I would say the Yorubas especially, because I have people who've actually voted for Tinubu, and I keep on asking them to this very day the reason why they voted for him, and
mm.
their answers were like, they always tell me that I should look at Lagos. There's one there's
What's there to
one
see in Lagos? What is there to look at in Lagos?
Auntie B, Emma Bino, sorry, you know,
No, because she said they say you should look at Lagos. What is in Lagos to look at?
is it
What?
the same Lagos that I was born in, and the
What is
one where
Lagos?
I
Lagos that you cannot even walk freely on the streets
very
without
dirty
being
city,
something happening to you. Agbe everywhere, kidnappers everywhere. What is in Lagos to look at?
very
It's a
dirty.
glorified slum.
It's a glorified slum. That's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
that's
Look
exactly.
at
exactly what it is.
Lagos.
I mean,
Chai.
it's those people that didn't. I don't know, Sha. Most people who have not visited Lagos or lived in Lagos,
They
like someone
don't
like
know.
me, I was born and raised in Lagos, and somebody is coming when I've been to more than 25 countries in the world, and somebody will be showing me Lagos as a standard.
actually, but I won't
What
name.
makes Lagos a standard? I
Um,
don't.
they have been actually they've been in Lagos for like the past, I think since 1999, and the way they like they although they told me that none of the candidates are innocent, all of them are the same thing, all of them are corrupt, but they said if they want to pick the better demons among the three, they will pick Tinubu, and I don't, and there are reasons for that. I'm not satisfied, and I don't really understand the reason why they choose uh
The election
Tinubu.
war is not even about the votes, because we know the vote was massively rigged, so it doesn't even matter about your friends whether they voted or who they voted for. It was INEC that decided who and what numbers they wanted to impute on their system. So you know
And
what?
Auntie B, the
Mm.
caller said something about Obi should wait for another 4 years. Let me tell you, there will be no more elections in Nigeria if Tinubu gets to Aso Rock. No more election. I mean it. He's going to fine tune it in a way where even in his grave, the next president for another 30 years, Tinubu has their list already. You guys don't know this man. There is not going to be any election. You're asking Obi to come back in 4 years. Obi is never going to get a chance because Tinubu is not going to let him. If
No,
he
no, no,
gets
no. I
into
don't agree
Aso
with
Rock.
you. I don't agree with you on that.
I don't
Auntie
agree.
No, no,
I
no.
feel like people are overestimating this old man. He's not
uh,
as powerful as
No,
actually
sure.
if I don't agree with you. Mm-mm.
Okay, tell me why
he's
you said
not as
so, Auntie B.
powerful.
This guy has been picking the Lagos State governor since he left.
I
Yeah,
keep bringing you back to the story of Pharaoh in the Egypt. You
okay.
need to be spiritual now,
Okay,
please.
Auntie B, I hear
Don't
you.
look at it with your physical eye. This is spiritual now. Because these people, they don't play fair, and they are not only playing physical, they are playing spiritual, apart from the
As
manipulation
well.
and the money that they use to buy everybody. You look at how many presidents don't buy for Aso Rock?
But Auntie B, if this one buy for Aso Rock, you know who will be president now? Shebi, you know.
I'm just asking, no, so that you will know that all power belongs to God.
Not true, sha.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to buy an Aso Rock or that, he's VP will break, but I'm just saying that all power belongs to God. Let us trust God.
He might not even get to the Aso Rock.
Exactly. You don't know. Look, do you know what will happen tomorrow? Let me ask you.
No one knows.
Do you know what will happen tomorrow?
I don't know, but I always my mom talks like a prophetess. She said,
no, there's no but.
He will not get there. My mom said,
nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. It's only the creator of life.
Can I say this? Before the election 25th, before the election on Saturday, on Monday rather, was it Monday or Saturday? I don't know. I was Saturday. Okay. Before the election on Saturday, I went on my news. I prayed to God. I told God that God, if you are truly a God that you say you answer all things, you are truly a God that sees people asking you to help them in times of their needs and sorrow. Please, oh God, let the right person be the president of my country. I told God that, God, if you are not going to answer my prayer, I will stop serving you. That's what I told God.
No,
yes, that's how serious.
Auntie B, I don't blame her, Jerry. I don't blame her for
that. Is how serious it has gotten.
You know what I'm saying?
I made a promise to God. I told God that if He answers my prayer, I will forever serve Him till I die. I told God that I'm not somebody that break my promise. I will fulfill my promise if He answers me. There are some times in this life that you have to make a covenant with God if you actually want God to answer your prayer.
You know why I don't want you to go like that, because sometimes the way God answers us is not the way you are expecting. The ways of God are mysterious, Angela. So the fact that Peter Obi was not announced as president today shouldn't make you to lose your faith or to be discouraged. Yes, not to. Thank you very much. Prayers are answered in different ways, so don't lose hope, my dear. Don't give up. God can never give up on us, so don't give up on God. Thank you so much, Angela, my darling from Nigeria, Lagos. I can hear how down you are in your voice,
Angela,
but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Okay, I'll take Tammy, then I'll come to Junior. Junior is here. Hello, Tammy. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, my dear, I can. How are you?
Yes, you know what? I've been following this with my husband here in Texas, and I'm gonna say a couple of things real quick. Number one, don't give up. I'm really speaking to the youth because this is actually what I do. I'm an election judge here in Texas, and I'm precinct chair, which means we count votes here in the state of Texas. So I felt the same way that Angela felt 4 years ago. I really did. But one thing, what we did was we went to work. We were so disheartened when that man got in office. But we went to work. We started knocking on doors. We started 4 years ago. And when I mean 4 years ago, we started 4 years ago. And sometimes people have to go through changes to see the light. And that's just the truth. Sometimes people need to get woken up. Do you understand what I'm saying? We had to get woke. Mm-hmm. We literally, because our democracy was at stake here. It still is. Still is. But one thing, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you this. And the people that did what they did 4 years ago, a whole bunch of people are in jail in the United States. They're paying for it.
Right.
The things that they did, they're paying for it. Now, the other guy, he's waiting. He's waiting because he has a lot of cases against him. Mm-hmm. But what I do believe is that I saw the young people are the future. But I saw those young people get out. They need to be encouraged. They need to be educated on the policies. We Black people here in America believe in policies because it affects us. That's what we vote on. We do not vote against our own self-interest. We read the policies that's going to help our communities, and that's who we vote for. It's not about Democrat or Republican here in the state of, well, in the United States. It could be for other people, but for us Blacks, we look at policies and we read them. And if those policies help us, that's who we go with. And everything is not perfect here, by no means. Look at what happened on January 6th. Everything is not perfect here.
Absolutely.
Anything could have went wrong. If Pence would have said, hey, I'm not going to take these electorals, I'm not going to call this election, our democracy would have ended. If the military would have said, oh, we're going to go with this man.
Who would have thought that what happened in January 6th can happen in a place like the United States?
Thank you. Thank you. We were so scared.
Yes.
When I tell you that we were so scared, because the policies that man was putting forth was hurting us. See, I take it personal because my husband is from Nigeria. He has a citizenship, but guess what? That can be taken away.
Of course.
My kids are Nigerian. So I consider myself a Nigerian.
You
understand what I'm saying? Thank you. So when I look at what's happening, because we want to move over there. So I took that personally. I was like, okay, I need him to win. I need these policies and stuff like that. But I told my husband last night, I said, we still moving. I said, we still moving because it will change. I so believe that, because if Nigeria falls, Africa goes. Nigeria is the heartbeat of Africa, and I believe that.
Absolutely.
Every other country will follow if Nigeria get it together. I so believe that. And I'm gonna say this last thing because I get really, really passionate about politics and people rights. If the tribalism, if we do not stop talking about tribalism, we will never become one. Absolutely. And what I mean by that, here in the United States, they separated us from the house Negro to the field Negro so that we could be divided. And now we're coming together because we have so much power when we become one. And
absolutely.
If you all and all of us become one, nothing can stop Africa. Because Africa feeds the world. We really feed the world with our resources, everything. Oh my God, we have some geniuses. I don't even know what to say. I don't even live there, but I feel it.
I feel you, Tammy.
And
I feel your
want
energy.
it to be good. Yeah. Yes, it bothers me, but I do believe that the youth will do it. They have to be involved. They have to let them get some rest. Let them cry. Let them go through this pain. But after that, they got to get to work.
You got to move again. You got to move.
They got to keep moving.
Yes.
They have to keep moving because if not, guess what? Nothing will change.
Absolutely.
Nothing. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
And it's going to be okay.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you, Tammy. I really appreciate you. Thank you for calling. I know you are Nigeria by marriage. You are our sister-in-law. We love you dearly. Thank you for the encouragement. I can feel the passion. And in case before you start talking nonsense in the comment section, Tammy is married to a Nigerian, and she's always told us here that they plan to relocate to Nigeria. So she has a stake. She's a stakeholder. Her children are Nigerian. They are Nigerian. Her children are Nigerian. They want to move from America to Nigeria. This is the plan. So she's a stakeholder. So I hear her clearly. I feel her passion. I feel her pain. Her emotions are raw. And I appreciate that. Thank you. I pray that we'll be able to get Nigeria, by the grace of God, to a point where you will come with your husband and your children and you feel safe. You feel welcome. I'm telling you, if Nigerian works, you will come to Nigeria and forget about America permanently. You only come to America to shop, maybe to do one or two things, because Nigeria is wonderful. Nigeria is so amazing if things work. Yes, I can tell you that. I can bet you on that, because you will love it. The people are so friendly. They will embrace you. They will celebrate you. You will never be isolated again. You know, the way they will embrace you and make you feel like you belong there, you would not believe it. That is Nigeria for you. So yeah, I feel you, Sister Tammy. Thank you so much. Junior, how you feeling, my dear?
Oh man. Yeah, so I just I'm actually I appreciate Tammy for calling. I feel like the universe just lined everything up. I'm sure you can hear from my voice that I'm a little bit kind of off. Just want to give a few numbers here on a few things. I'm actually a member here in Nigeria of about 422. I think I looked that up. I looked it up earlier today. There's about 422 to 423 Nigerian foreign-born Nigerians from the UK, from the US that are living in Nigeria now, from COVID to now. So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that there's a lot of us that's actually moved to Nigeria to make some type of change, start businesses, hire local Nigerians. I'm giving that little background for a reason. So once again, I'm going to repeat that number. There's about 422 to 423 foreign-born Nigerians that have moved.
422.
Yes, that have moved. We have a membership where I'm actually one of the admins for some of the groups, and a lot of us actually listen to your show, by the way. So yeah. So
thank you,
right,
guys. I'm gonna join you soon.
right. So there's a lot of us.
Bidita becomes president. Then my faith and my hope. Who likes to live here?
Right.
Who likes to really live here? To be honest, we are
So
very likes to live here.
so there's a lot of us that's moved back, right? It's a little bit. I mean, I've gone on a lot of calls this morning, and it's been a very painful morning for all of us. And once again, my voice is shaking because we're affected in a different way. I don't have to be in Nigeria if I don't want to be in Nigeria. A lot of my colleagues and counterparts don't have to be in Nigeria. We came to Nigeria. You know my story.
To be in Nigeria.
Yes, you know a little bit. You know a little bit of my story, Igbo. So we chose to come to Nigeria. We were not obligated to come to. We were not even born in Nigeria. You understand? So we moved to Nigeria to start businesses, to hire locals. That's one of the biggest things. Actually, one of my biggest things, to give opportunities to Nigerians, local Nigerians, IT folks and lawyers and doctors and whatnot. So people like me and a group of us, we came here to contribute to the country, and a lot of us are doing well with that. We don't have to worry about being poor. We don't have to worry about looking for where we're going to find the next meal. We don't have to worry about a lot of what everyday Nigerians are worried about. We wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get on the lines to vote for, of course, Peter Obi, because we're from overseas. We know what good roads look like. We know what good hospitals look like.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? So me coming out of where I live and my car hitting bumps and looking around and seeing people sell petrol on the side of the road, black market, right? Because there's no petrol, right? There's a little bit of cushion. You could live in a 24/7 place where there's power. But look, when you leave your community, right, where you're living, you're going to run into Nigerian problems. No matter how wealthy you are, no matter how comfortable you are.
That's why nobody is safe in Nigeria.
Do you understand? So my pain My pain side of things is, if I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go and vote, right? And we wait on these long lines, okay? And you have INEC officials. When I mean INEC officials, I'm not talking about the chairman that these guys are making millions. I'm talking about people that maybe I'm even
Yeah, better than them
exaggerating.
because they are so-called youth coppers.
Do you understand? They're,
Mhm.
they're
They're
making
actually
maybe
poor.
they're making maybe 30,000 naira or 40,000 naira that can't even fill the tank of my car, and they're still collecting 20K in bribery. Do you understand that this is not Tinubu that got himself in there? It's these little Nigerians. I'm not talking about the obedience. I'm talking about these little Nigerians that they can't really think ahead. They can't really think about, oh, my mom lives in, I don't know, those neighborhoods, Yanapaja, or wherever those places are. We don't have electricity. We've not had electricity for 3 weeks, a month. We don't have food to eat.
Because
Things are hard. If I get sick,
unfortunately, because the weaponized poverty is all about self-gratification, instant gratification
so
for a
do you
lot of them.
understand where I'm going with this?
I do.
You can't sacrifice 20K, 40K to make sure that you are not part of the problem. When people keep, I've been listening, and people keep saying Tinubu, Tinubu, Tinubu. Oh, look, people help Tinubu
It's
reach his
INEC
goals.
that helped him on this one.
Do you understand?
Yes.
People helped him reach that goal. Yes, a
INEC
lot of them are
chairman is
paid.
the one that we're going to hold responsible for this.
Now
there was
you
a
know.
youth copper, Junior.
Mhm.
There was a youth copper that made a video. Someone shared it with me. And she was like, she was recording it in secret. And she was like, my fellow youth coppers, before you hand over your BVN, whatever machine to the INEC, make sure you upload the presidential results. Don't hand it over. Make sure you upload.
But
They messed with that machine that the presidential elections cannot be uploaded. They were caught now, Shebi. It was on our Rice News.
But Egbon, the point I'm still trying to make to you, and I hear everything you're saying, is
Yeah.
we need to keep in mind, number one, Peter Obi won this election. That's not even a conversation. Okay. So, the point I'm trying to get across is, because I live here, I 90% of my staff are Nigerians. I deal with Nigerians on a daily basis. The person that puts food on my table, my cook, is a Nigerian. I trust my life with Nigerians on a daily basis. So I've been around to where I understand the characters and how people think, whether they're hungry, whether they're full. I understand them to some extent. But you have to understand that yes, Tinubu is there. Yes, the INEC chairman is there. We're talking about the wealthy of the wealthy. That's great. But you have to remember there's regular people that are helping them because they can't think of tomorrow. Yes, I understand your point of, yes, they're weaponizing poverty, whatever. But at some point, there's people in poverty that voted for Obi. There's a lot of people that voted for Obi.
Yes.
But at some point, you have to sacrifice that jollof rice or that next meal or that next bread to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been running temperatures for the past few days because my brain cannot process how you have people that don't have food to eat. They're not doing well in life. They can't get to a hospital. They're still helping these people reach their goals.
Yes.
Do you understand? You're a thug on the side of the road. You're still running around burning Igbo people's shops. That happened yesterday and 2 days ago. Do you understand? I don't care if Obi is Igbo or Yoruba, or I was telling my mother the other day, I don't care if it's from Niger Republic.
At this point, I don't even care if Obi is
He's the right guy He's the right guy for the role. I'm half Yoruba, half Benin. Okay? I don't care who's running. I'm looking at the right guy. That's the right person for the position. Why are we not focused? Yes, a lot of us went out and vote. Yes, Peter Obi actually won. But still, you have people that are still mentally corrupt that are helping this process push through. And these are not really the wealthy. Wealthy are just pumping money into the system to help them through the process. That's what pains me, and I just want us to think about that. And this could be your cousins, this could be your aunties, this could be your nephews. These are regular people, and that bothers me. Out of anything else, that bothers me more than anything else. And so I just, it's been a painful past few days.
Yeah.
I've not slept. I didn't even want to call because I wasn't in the right state of mind. I'm still kind of, and I don't know what to say. I just.
If you want to say something to Junior.
Yeah, I mean, everything he said, I agree 100% with everything he's pointed out too. But you see, the point here is, I think it would have been impossible for Yakubu or anybody who helped him out, I mean, all the corrupt INEC officials, if, I mean, it was President Buhari's body language. If President Buhari had told Yakubu Gowon or Yakubu, whatever his name is, hey, you know what? Mahmoud Yakubu, I want you to do the right thing. I don't care what anybody tells you. Do what I say. And
he promised us a free and fair election. Buhari is a liar.
Oh, Auntie B, whenever Buhari says go to the right, there's fire burning on the left. You better go to the left.
Yeah.
Buhari would mislead anybody.
Yeah.
And if he had told Mahmoud to do the right thing, Mahmoud could have done the right thing. This is not about how much he was paid or whether he was paid a bribe by Tinubu or not. The bottom line is, this is what President Buhari wanted.
Do you know what?
Buhari wanted it to go this way. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You see, for me personally, I can tell you that if this election was free and fair,
right,
and Peter Obi lost, I can take it.
Yeah, right. All of us can. Yes.
I will take it I will hold my chin up and I'll we did our best. Let's go back to our drawing board. Let's strategize and see what we're going to do better.
Right.
But it is the outright stealing, cheating, intimidation.
Auntie B, he got 1.2 million votes in Plateau Jos. They reduced it to 400.
Yeah.
Who does that?
So many states where he won.
There is evidence. There is evidence to show that he had 1.2 million votes in Plateau State. How can you take out more than what? 700,000 votes.
Yeah.
800,000 votes from one man.
It was from the beginning, INEC planned to rig the election for APC. That was their plan. So
I think I might say I can say something that can help JR to understand the mindset of those people that help Tinubu.
Right.
There are good and bad people in every society.
Absolutely.
The level to which they are good or bad depends on the system, the culture, and the environment. Every human being has the capacity to be good or bad. It just depends on the circumstance. That's why we are human beings. So if those same people are in America and they're told to do that thing, they might not do it because
absolutely.
But in Nigeria, it's very easy to get away with it.
It's the people.
Even in America, there are people who only think about right now. They don't think about the future. They're there in America. They exist. But they can't do it because they know they're going to get caught. But in Nigeria,
there's a system, in place.
Because of the system.
In Nigeria, everything and anything goes. It's not like the rest of it. That's what's frustrating.
This Beaver Syndicate thing that you have here, I think this is just a distraction on the part of the APC government to make us move away from the topic that's at hand. You see, this Beaver Syndicate arrested thing.
Okay, they are trying to shift it away from INEC.
Yeah, they want to shift our attention away from INEC and all of that.
The syndicate is in INEC. INEC are the only one that has the authority. They have the power. They have everything that has to do with the beavers. If anything was happening with the beavers, it's INEC.
Right.
INEC are the one. How much was that money again, Adewale, that they spent on it?
2 billion.
370 something billion naira.
Billion wasted money.
It's always billion.
When they come out to see the money that is shared,
they call it billion. They spend that amount of money to use plastic jollof rice bowls and
Ah,
pako table.
plastic
If I want,
on
let me
election.
encourage you, Junior, before you leave. Somebody this evening was sharing something with me. Cynthia, our friend here, she's not Nigerian, but she's Nigerian by, affiliation. She said something to me. I was like, Cynthia, please leave me. I'm not interested in any of this now. I don't even want to hear anything. I'm fighting for the soul of my country. And she was like, Auntie B, you are crying about Nigeria. I say Uganda president has been in power since the 26th of January 1986. He's been a president for 37 goddamn years.
38 years.
She said she said that the man has been a president longer than she's been alive.
But Auntie B, Nigeria is different from all these countries. Nigeria is different. I'm sorry, I don't mean to spite
That's not supposed to make me feel better, because
It should make you feel
90% of my money is in Nigeria.
Yeah, but it's worse. I mean, what she was trying to tell me is that it's worse in other parts of Africa.
But it doesn't mean we should make it a standard. I mean, in Koti Oda, like if it's not good, let's stand up and say
what is not da is not da. So yeah.
Yeah.
Those people, I don't know how anybody can be in it couldn't be Nigeria. Nigerians are too Nigerians will not stand for that, but
Nigerians are very stubborn, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
We're not going to have a president who's going to go on national TV and start farting over there like the Cameroonian president did the other day. The guy didn't even know where he was sitting at. He was
do you want to know another thing too? Because Egmobi, I travel a lot, do a lot of international stuff with business here, and I picture, I'm cringing while I'm even trying to say this. I'm just picturing Tinubu going to Sweden or the US and sitting down
to America.
You understand? And speaking
of Chicago. How will American receive
so embarrassing, and I have to deal with this people, with all these people as well. Like I said, I do a lot of foreign stuff, so I've been getting my WhatsApp on my phone right now is blowing up from South Africa, from Sweden, and people are asking me, so I can't respond. What do I say? I can't even defend. I'm so embarrassed, because I have to travel and meet these people and talk, and then how do I even defend? I can't even defend Nigeria at this point.
Junior, just tell them we didn't vote for him. That's all you need to say. Just tell them that.
Yes, tell them we're in court, because we are not ruffians. All the people that support Obi, we want to follow the rule of law, because we believe in. I mean, there's a lot to be grateful for to God for this election. If you say that what was said about Uganda didn't console you, somebody said that in Cameroon he's been in power for 40 years. I mean, I don't know. These stories are just, it's flying all over my head. How can one man be president for 40 years in Cameroon? But let's leave that. Look at Peter Obi on the day of election. Okay, right. Maybe this will encourage you to know that, yes, you didn't fight in vain. You're on the right path. We believe in the same thing. We believe in the rule of law, justice, equity. People believe in humanity. Let's just even talk about humanity. Peter Obi went to his polling booths.
Yeah.
And they sat down.
Right.
And I heard the Nigerian commentators, one of them, the woman was saying, is he just going to sit there? Why is he not going to vote? Why didn't he stand up? Peter Obi, he was a queue. And this man was
on the queue. I saw that. And I was so impressed.
I said, he was following. He didn't come with his entourage and talk to say, everybody stand up and worship me because I'm the president. I'm running for president. I will vote before everybody.
No, he didn't.
He stood on the queue. He followed that is what we are talking about. So you guys be encouraged.
So I will say something, though. I know I'm backtracking. And I will say somebody said something earlier. And they said that this Tinubu guy obviously is a godfather type, guy, and whether he's alive, whether he's dead, he's gonna have some impact on things moving forward. And I know that a lot of us don't want to admit that.
I was the one who said that, Junior.
Okay, that was you, EP, right?
Yeah, that was
right. So Egmont, I know you don't like to, you might not like to hear that, but I'm telling you, this guy is. I'm not saying that I might not go that far that he's going to be picking the presidents for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, it's going to make it a little bit harder for somebody like Peter Obi to come back, even though
Absolutely.
there's a lot of Labour Party. There's one, House of Reps and all that good stuff.
Legislative,
So
yes.
so that's moving forward in one way, but on that the presidency level, that guy's gonna have he's gonna have a little bit of hold on. I'm not saying he's not gonna leave or all that good stuff, but it's 8 years of Buhari. Now we're gonna have another 4 years, hopefully, of this guy.
Of
That's
APC, the same APC.
do you
No, we're not
understand? That's
getting
I heard
APC.
that he said he
Auntie
was
B.
going to give the youth loans.
We're
that's
not getting APC.
please.
Auntie. Remember, he's not going to get to Aso Rock. He's not going to get there.
Okay,
APC
so if he gets there, then what then
Yeah,
what if he gets
when we get to that bridge, we'll cross that bridge. But for now,
no, if I disagree with you again, we need to prepare ourselves for eventuality.
Yes,
it's
we have
hard
to.
for me
if
to
you unfortunately
It's hard.
I once my body temperature goes down, then I'm gonna
We need to prepare
oh man,
ourselves for all eventualities.
Like right now, legally, there's nothing stopping him from getting there. Like as you speak, he's already preparing, and the president Buhari is already preparing.
They've given him the what was that thing that they handed
The
to him?
certificate of returns.
Exactly.
But Auntie B, you remember I was telling you, Tinubu had prepared his cabinet in 2015.
You were like them, no problem.
It's not even
Okay.
There's one hotel. There's one hotel where they meet in Ikoyi. They usually rent the top and the bottom. That's where Tinubu's guys. He sent them to Harvard. He sent them to MIT.
MC Oluomo is
So
going to
that they
be
will look
people's,
good when they return. They are thugs,
Ibi,
so they are thugs.
That's why I said
Ibi.
Tinubu
Don't
is
worry,
the perfect
relax.
mafia
Okay,
boss.
I'll relax.
Relax, my dear. But I know it's hard for you. It's
So
hard for all of us.
I'm gonna say one thing before I go. This is just kind of so as you guys know, I'm around a lot of people here, and I run into different people in different places I'm invited to, and there's one of the cabinet members now in Buhari's admin. I ran into the son. I built a friendship. I'm sure if the son hears me, he's gonna know who I am, but that's okay because we're not talking. And one of the things one of the reasons why we kind of fell out was I was asking my dude, what are we gonna do to make Nigeria better? And I was coming from America at the time. I was fresh, so I really didn't know how to kind of interact with people here. And in terms of kind of stepping back, because this is Nigeria, it's not America where you can just, let's fight for the people. So I was like, look, what are we going to do better in our generation? A lot of our parents, some of our parents were in government. Well, your parent was in government. So what are you going to do better? What can we do better to make this place a better place? This guy went off bananas on me. He is like, every time I talk to you, you always talk about making Nigeria better. Can we not talk about other things? That was the last time we spoke. So the point I'm trying to make is, I've heard a lot of times where we've talked about government, and I hear a lot of people say, well, do you not see where are their children? Did the children not know that their fathers? Look, the children do not care. They're flying private jets. They're in a penthouse in Paris and New York. I mean, based on me talking to one of them, and they don't care. They don't even know what's going on in politics. So a lot of times when people
they're a little bit enjoying.
Do you understand? So a lot of people get sentimental when you hear people say, "Oh, well, what about the kids? Then can't you say your father should?" So I mean, me being here for a year plus, I know when I run into those kids, just to shake hands and just move on, because I get a little emotional about the country, and I start with my whole rant, and they don't like me. So
they don't care.
So when a lot of you guys are, well, don't you have kids? In the name of God, the children who die, they're not gonna die in poverty.
Privilege. They don't care.
They're not gonna die in poverty. They're not gonna be sick in poverty. Your prayers, it's okay to have your prayers, but I'm letting you know, I run into these people and they're not gonna suffer.
Yeah, but even their kids are not safe though. Look at Ekwemadu. Is it not one of the kid that got him in jail in the UK? He's been in jail almost 1 year now. So they are not safe.
That's an isolated case, Auntie B.
It's not isolated though.
They
It's
don't
not
get enough.
isolated.
They don't get enough of the treatment they give to Nigerians.
Egbon B, once again, these kids do not know what's going. I'm telling you, I run into these people. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on.
They're disconnected.
So
totally.
Let's not be sentimental. A lot of them don't know what's going. Once again, they're flying private jet. Like
they know, but they don't care because
but they know, but they're not connected to the knowing. I'm connected because I have staff on a daily basis that I pay salary to, because I have to deal. I have to depend on the economy here. So I'm connected to the pain. They are not connected to the pain. Do you understand? They know what's going on when they're in their little Rolls Royce or their bulletproof cars. They see the bad roads before they fly back to New York or wherever, London. Most of them are in London anyways. You know, they're not connected. There's a feeling of being connected to the land than if you're not connected. So a lot of times when I hear Nigerians, they have all these prayers that, oh, their kids, What we need to do is continue what we started and regather up. I mean, it's going to take a while. For me, it's going to take, I don't know, maybe a month, a few days. It's going to take me a while to.
Are you voting on Saturday? Are you going to be voting?
I was just going to ask Junior, are you going to vote?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Once I just told you guys, my food, the food that comes on my table comes from Nigeria.
Well done, Junior. That's all I need to hear. You are keeping the hope of the Nigerian youth alive, and that's enough for me.
Right, and you already know who I'm voting for. I mean, we don't need to talk about this here, but you already know.
Thank you. So. You guys kick that puppet. The puppet in Lagos, kick him out. Thank you.
And on the last end, before I hang up, for the people in the diaspora that want to come home, you can still come home. You can come home to visit. I'm not saying going to your village in wherever you're from. I don't know, whatever, but just you can still come home.
My village.
Yeah. Because the roads are still not 100% safe.
The road to my village is where I don't feel safe.
Right. So you can still come home. You can still do what you do. You can still move if you want to move. There's a lot of us that are living here. We're not even talking about Nigerians that left Nigeria and came back. We're talking about people who are born overseas, that we're here on ground and we're connected. We're trying to see what we can do better. Okay. And you can still come home. Don't be scared. Don't worry about all of this. You can still come home if you feel like you want to come home and eat your fresh pounded yam. Things are still okay in terms of that, but just know that people are suffering here, and whatever you can do for people, do for them. That's all I have to say, Farga. So thank you guys.
Thank you, JR. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you for standing up and speaking truth to power. Thank you. So the person I was talking about that was arrested in Kano is Ado. They say they call him Ado Doguwa.
Ado Doguwa.
Yes, they say he's the House of Rep majority leader, Al Hassan Ado Doguwa.
I remember him. I think that's the guy that was saying, if you people don't vote APC,
Yes. They arrested in Aminu Kano International Airport, and they said the APC lawmaker, he started an attack, and 6 people were deleted because he wanted the voting to go APC way. That is the kind of leadership you people want in Nigeria. That is the kind of people that you guys want. The people that will delete 6 people to get back their votes. Yeah.
You know, Auntie B, I was talking to a family friend just this morning, and he was telling me about El Rufai's daughter who's based in the UK. And there's somebody who also a Nigerian who lives in the UK that wanted to just, educate Northerners at her own expense. She just wanted to, give them some education, set up a school. And you know what El Rufai's daughter told her? He said, don't worry, leave those people. They can never be, like they can't make it. Why do you want to waste your money? That is the daughter of the present governor of Kaduna State. Who is
that's what Junior just told us.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They don't care. They are privileged. They're enjoying it. Yeah. You think Buhari's children are feeling it? You think they're feeling everything going on in Nigeria?
They don't know. They are totally disconnected from the reality of Nigerians. Totally disconnected. I just saw a picture of Sanwo-Olu. He was wearing Isiagu's shirt, and the Igbo something. The guy is trying to garner as many Igbo votes as
I
possible.
heard I invited Igbo people to a meeting. I don't know whether it's true or
They
or
should
it's
please
just,
not vote
I
for
don't
him.
know, but I
Yeah.
mean, nobody should vote for him. Don't vote for APC. Kick
He's
him
scared
out.
now. He's scared now. He's
Kick
really,
him
really scared.
out.
Kick him out. If you are in Lagos,
He's Tinubu's
kick him
puppet.
out.
Kick him
Kick
out.
him out.
He
Kick
doesn't
him
have
out.
any real power. Tinubu is the one that's been in Lagos
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Right.
He's the one behind. He's the one pressing. Anything he wants is what that one will do. He's a puppet. He's a puppet governor. Lala, you're welcome. Hello, Lala. Can you hear me? Okay, I cannot hear Lala. Maybe you guys are hearing her. Okay, I'm gonna go to BBMJ, then Natu. Then we'll end. BB.
Hi,
Hello,
Auntie
sweetie.
B. Hi,
Hello,
Auntie
my
B.
darling.
Good
How are you?
evening. Hi, Dr. Ify. Hi, Adewale. Nice to hear
Hello.
you guys.
Hello, hi.
I really like your passion. It's really giving me lifting my spirits up. I think the best contribution I really enjoyed was Tammy. The passion in her voice was so encouraging. And with the same thing here, it's sad that we have come to this point, and it's sad that we have to go this way. I mean, in this almost 22nd century, I mean, it's really horrible. But I think a lot of this wonderful politicians, I want to use that word, but of course I don't mean that, is that they forget that people go to bed at night, and it is not by their power or by anybody's smarts that they wake up the next morning. Things just happen. Things just happen, and I think if they remember that, I was watching, I resonated so much with what Dr. Ify said about, yes, he's wanted, he may not make it to that spot. And I totally agree, because I was watching something on YouTube yesterday where the election results was announced and he was being called out as the winner. And I was looking at his vice president and his attitude. When everybody was jubilating, I could almost swear I saw a cynical smile on his face, like, all right, yes, game
Shatima.
on. Yes,
Shatima.
game on. I swear I could have seen that cynical smile, because I looked at him and I thought, how sad, because the person sitting next to you does not even have the same mindset with you. Yet, this is the person you're calling a running mate. Deep down his inside, what he is planning is not the same plan that you also have. And you can't see beyond that. And when I went past that, I looked at Tinubu again and I thought, you were such a sad story for a grandfather. If you have grandkids, you were such a terrible, sad story, because grandpas sit down at homes, welcome grandkids, admit that their time is up and just do the little that they can. But here you are, looting. I had a situation one time when some friends from Nigeria came here and they wanted to do business with Edison because they wanted to take back, how do we get light back home? And I know who said no. It's not going to happen. End it. I mean, I wasn't told. I saw it happening. And I think I almost peed in my pants just standing there. And then I know another situation where somebody, a very good friend of mine, made connections with Burotech. Burotech is a company that picks up trash. And they were going to load and move and go and set up and revive there's a place in Oshodi where these things used to happen, the recycling company. And I know who said no. And that is the person we elected.
Yeah.
I wasn't told. I saw it happen. So I have seen two huge things that would have benefited the everyday human being like me. That doesn't, it's not that we're not interested in what happens in Aso Rock. We're not interested in what happens in Central Bank. We just want to enter the bus on a good road and no traffic and be safe,
And
get
feel
to the
safe.
markets, buy
Yeah.
what we need to buy, come back
and go
home,
home. Yeah.
cook on our kerosene, not
Work.
even gas. Cook on
Yes.
our
Even
kerosene that we can
firewood.
afford.
Let's just cook and get paid our
Yes.
monthly income.
That's
Yeah.
what we all want. We're not looking to making parties and closing the roads and making iPhones for souvenirs for people's wedding. We just want to be able to go to the market safe on daylight and come back home. We don't want to hear that we are here slaving so badly and our families are dying at home, are being deleted because of difficulties, and we have this
demons occupying political offices.
Maybe MJ,
Bibi,
put yourself
breathe.
together.
Bibi,
YouTube doesn't
breathe.
like that. What you are doing
Bibi,
now.
breathe.
Yes,
Bibi,
sir.
breathe.
Stay
Take
strong.
water.
I just want you to stay motivated. And that's why Auntie B is here. I mean, so many people's spirits are lifted. And you know what, BBMJ, everything you're saying, I have no doubt at me personally. I know Tinubu personally. I know people in my family I know my brother and his wife are jubilating where they are now. We know what they are doing together, all of them. So yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that this guy turned down every chance to develop Nigeria, to contribute to Lagos. I mean, I was in Lagos. I visited Nigeria last year. Nothing has changed. It has gotten worse. Can you imagine being trapped in traffic for 5-6 hours? I went to the beach to relax with my mother, only for us to be trapped in traffic.
It's okay. BBMJ, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I know we're all feeling the emotions. Don't feel sorry. Don't be sorry. I know. It's all right. It's all right. It's going to be all right. Don't worry. I know. We are feeling it. We are feeling it. But you know what? Be consoled. Maybe they've looked for another president that is going to be staying in London. You wait and see now. I don't know what they pumped him with that made him to give that speech, whatever speech that he gave today, his acceptance speech. Let's see how the next few days are going to play out.
Auntie B, you get mine though. Auntie B, you get mine though. Auntie B, you listen to his speech, he accepted speech. I can't even watch it.
I didn't listen to it. Somebody was telling me.
I can't watch it. Because what is he accepting? Talo Funi presidency. Talo Fuloye to je.
Is INEC that gave it to him.
Buruku.
INEC, it was stolen mandate. Yeah. Lala, you are next. Welcome. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I was previously disconnected for some reason.
Right. Where are you joining us from? Please go very quickly.
I'm joining from Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm one of those people that, like Junior, that we are diasporans, but we have the heart for home. As a matter of fact, I just came back. We just went back to Nigeria with the kids for the holiday. And we're 5 weeks. I'm working from Nigeria. My kids had to stay, away from school longer because whenever they go, they love it. So we try to maximize whatever time, even though they're supposed to have only 2 weeks. So they had school online from home, all that stuff, just because we have investments, we have, yes, my immediate family is here, but we have a lot of extended family back home. So we're like home isn't hard. You know what I mean? My parents died and moved back home. You just.
If you're hearing us very well, or is it my connection? It's breaking.
I can't hear her at all. I think her connection is
we're not hearing you, Lala. Your connection is breaking.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Go ahead. Yes. Let me see if I can hear you.
So it's heartbreaking just because while we're not able to vote because they make sure that people in diaspora cannot vote, we are invested. We are heart, soul, mind, everything invested. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
And it breaks my heart to see this. But one thing I will tell you, Junior, the situation in Nigeria has different factors. Let's look at you're dealing with a group of people that don't quite understand where the rest of the world is. The INEC chairman and his crone and Tinubu and his cronies and Buhari. If you look at the blatant rigging and cheating, nobody cheats in that manner. If you thought people would notice, they're used to the system where there's no checks and balance, there are no accountabilities. People won't go and check. Our parents never went back to check. There's a general assumption that it's going to be rigged. So you know what? Why bother? Our parents didn't, majority didn't vote. So they've always appointed leadership. And I tend to agree with Ife a little bit here in the fact that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed going to being elected, being appointed. I hate using that word elected because he's not elected, he was appointed. For crying out loud, Buhari could have saved all of us a lot of money and just had a coronation. So we know that he's appointed the next
all the
thing.
Yoruba actors that couldn't come out to their
Oh,
full
let's
chest
leave those ones. Those
because
are
of
just
the
those are
fear
just
of backlash, they are all congratulating him now.
those
I've
are
just
just
unfollowed
roaches hungry.
Ondulande and
But
Femi
sister,
Adebayo. All
Auntie
of them
B,
are congratulating him now.
Auntie B,
Allah
those are just hungry
hungry
ones.
people.
They are
Belle
hungry. So
infrastructure
I
people, they only
cannot
think about
give
themselves and the money they will gain. Useless
I
people.
cannot give any credence to them because honestly, even if they know, just like they're no better than the thugs on the street that are being used. There's a lot of illiteracy that is going. This is the same. They're in their own case. Their greed is being weaponized in their. Imagine people that come and form classy for us, but they're all slaves to MC Olo. For crying out loud, why should I give credence to such people? There is not. I mean, what do you say to those people? They will come out and form big girls and what have you. Yet the people you dine and wine is thugs. Come on. I cannot even, those ones don't count. In my book, they don't. But what I'm saying is this. We can't give up. Do you know what I'm saying? In the fact that, first of all, we made the first step. We shocked them. The fact that they didn't see it coming. Everybody, you have to be in complete denial to think that Obi did not win. He won landslide. Period.
They were busy
But
trying to rig. Why were they so busy trying to rig? Why did they not allow the election to be free and fair?
The thing
Why
is
did
this, though.
INEC?
You can
What
in
INEC
Nigeria you
promised they
cannot
couldn't
submit.
deliver?
In Nigeria, you can a government paper that is scratched off is not acceptable in Nigeria. But we're using scratched off sheets as an acceptable result. You know, these people did not expect people were going to go
They
back
will
and
win
verify.
in anything and with everything available. They don't care.
These are people that have never won anything in their life. Everything has been cheated. They've cheated their way to where they are today. They have never won anything. You see someone running around like roaches because it finally dawned on him that he actually has constituents that are paying attention. He is running around like roaches right now wearing his shag because he finally realized that his constituents is not 100% Yoruba people. And even the Yoruba people amongst them are not in support of his shenanigans. He finally gets it.
Sanwo-Olu is not the governor. It's Tinubu that has been governor.
He's not.
So,
He's
but
not.
that's what I'm saying. He's running around now because he sees the reality that he might actually not get the next term. There's a lot of them. It's not just him.
If he doesn't get reelected, and by whatever, because I know even as civil society and all the people that Peter Obi and his followers and everybody is trying to go to court to do this thing the right way.
They're
already scheming. If they're already scheming what they're going to do, so if someone who doesn't make it as a second-time governor, Tinubu will make him a minister.
I don't believe in Nigerian judiciary system, period. I'm sorry. I'm from Imo State, and we have a governor that was appointed by federal government of Nigeria.
Supreme Court governor.
Yes, I don't. So I'm sorry. I don't believe, and he's not the only one. There's plenty of them. So I don't. So I mean, we can go through the tradition. We can go through the, let it not be that we didn't do anything. But if I believe you, I have to be lying to myself to think that the judiciary system is going to do anything, which is why APC so boldly. It's like someone still and telling you to go to their dad to go report him. Really? So this whole thing is, but the thing we have to remember is this is our first move. We've finally saw the fight. They never saw it coming. They didn't think people were going to come out and vote. Online president. They didn't see it coming. Neither did they think that people were going to wait for their vote to be counted. On top of that, now take pictures. So they didn't see any of this. Because if they did,
this is 1999. Exactly. They don't know the power of social media, and now they've seen it.
INEC chairman, I'm sorry, we have brains, technical brains in Nigeria, and you wait. If you can have the beavers accredit people, why couldn't people vote in the same beavers? Why couldn't it be programmed? It's simply a program, a computer program. Why couldn't it be programmed for people to vote in the same beaver so it will be electronically transmitted immediately? Why not?
Even
So
the
this
promises
was,
that he made, you see how he conveniently ignored
and
it.
that's another.
He conveniently forgot about it. He's not talking about it anymore because it's convenient. Lala, you know what? I feel your pain. I understand exactly where you're coming from. We are in this together. All I'm going to say is that those who live in Nigeria that can vote, this, the coming one for the gubernatorial one, is another opportunity for you to make your voice heard. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. The will of the people, the power belongs to the people. They can do all their manipulation, but now they know. Who knew Obi was even going to get this far? According to them, Obi will not even win any states. You
They
know?
even say they're impressed. That's what they
Eh.
say. They're
And
impressed
they were
by
for real.
the amount
Who
of
knew
votes.
that Obi was going to win so many? In total, how many states did Obi win?
No, 11 plus FCT, even where the president stays, he won there. And that was that vote
So
was
the
even
two
rigged.
major cities in the states in Nigeria, Lagos and
He
Abuja,
won.
he won them.
He won it. He won it. Even the you know, Abuja, people always think that Abuja belongs to, no, actually they're indigenes of Abuja. They all came out to protest and said that this election was rigged. It's like they ignored the mandate of the people and they're selecting the mandate for them that they
My brother in Abuja did
on
not allow
them.
me to rest. The night of the election, he was sending me. I said, rest. He said, no. Obi, they are trying to see. If you see the way he was sending me things about Nigeria is for Obi, take it or leave it. The average Nigeria is for Obi. The only reason why we are even talking about this is because the system cannot be trusted. INEC is compromised. They are corrupt. They used thuggery. They cheated. And, winning by cheating is not winning. So because consult my people. Don't feel bad. I've consoled myself with that too. How are you going to tell me you won me, but you cheated? You didn't win. You stole it. So for that, it gives me peace. Natu, my darling daughter, how are you doing?
Mommy, I'm not fine.
Bele, my dear. Bele.
Uh-huh.
I wish I can hug
You
you
know,
physically now, but I'm
you
sending
know,
you
you
virtual
know
hug.
what I wanted to say to the other caller that said that she prayed to God. Remember, I put a note. I said when my dad was sick, and I was praying to God to heal him, and God took him. And the clarity that I got from there was that was the rest God wanted to give him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we wanted Peter Obi. We don't know what they were planning. I want to take you guys back to 2015 when Buhari contested with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Buhari and El-Rufai joined their hands to bring guys from the neighboring countries so that if Jonathan is declared winner, they will use those guys to fight.
Yeah.
So when Buhari now won, they didn't know what to do with the guys.
So
Those are the guys that are now the bandits.
Jonathan handed it. That's why I praise him. And I said that Nigerian history will forever remember him for good.
Right. I think
He
that was
he
why
could have taken.
those guys became the bandit and became a thorn on their neck. And that is
Yes.
God punishing them for what they planned
And
to
that is
do.
what spoils the legacy he
Yes,
wanted to build for Nigeria.
exactly. So even if this didn't happen, only God knows what they are planning. And God allowed this to happen so that He'll teach them a lesson. And when the time comes, all of us will see it. All of us will see it. And honestly, right, like Junior was saying, he was like, he don't blame Tinubu too much, but he blame our people. Hausa people
Yeah.
used to say, Babu Gagarere say they kyalele. Like, get picking way stubborn until you leave her. If these people did not allow themselves to be used, it would have not happened. Did you see the people on the news that were coming to say that INEC didn't give them transportation to go to their polling units and they are returning the papers to exonerate they want to just take themselves out so that nobody will say they said on my own PU 14 under me, nobody did voting. They were on the news. They said it because they refused to be used. Because they refused to be used. If people had wanted that, that would have happened. But because we refused to allow that happen, that was what happened to us. And then Junior also said something about people were being too greedy because of what they were going to get. I know a lot of us here are either Christians or Muslims. And the essence of fasting and Lent is to deny ourselves some things so that we can be able to get something. And we doing this election was a fasting period for us that was supposed to deny ourselves. But Ojikoko did not allow some people to fast. That means not collecting those stuffs that they were supposed to collect. Ojikokoro did not let them. Fasting has essence. And this election period was a fasting period for us that we refused to do. And that was why that thing happened to us. And also, I wanted to add,
Can somebody
what
who's an
happened?
admin help me block somebody? I'm trying to block somebody. Somebody called Frank.
What
Anybody
happened
who's
with
an
INEC?
admin should help me block them, please. Go ahead, my dear. Okay, I can see him now. Okay, don't worry.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, right, like what happened in INEC, like somebody writing an exam. If you're writing an exam and you know what you wrote and the lecturer failed you, you recall the exam now. Won't you recall it? Because I know what I wrote. You can't fail me. And you do it with your full chest. That's what the obedience are doing. Do you understand? And all this thing happened yesterday. It's just like a child and a father. Nigerians are the child, INEC is the parent. We are telling you what happened to us. We are telling you somebody is bullying us. You are not saying anything. You are ignoring. If that was your child, wouldn't you say they have all evidence all over social media, all over the news, but they didn't take any action on it? They just choose to ignore. They just choose to ignore. That's the problem that's happening right now. They
It's
just
okay.
choose to ignore.
It's okay.
And lastly, before I leave, right, the problem that everybody is having, obedience has set a pace for them and the other parties, and that is obedience are the only people that did not receive mobilization to go for election job. They did not receive shishi to go and organize rally and the rest to put poster, to put signboard, anything. But everybody from the other party were given something except obedience. That was the difference between people from obedience are being mobilized by what is going on. They are mobilized by change. They want a change. And now, at the end of all of this thing, Nigerians have now understood that you can have election without bribing people.
Yeah.
Just do the right thing.
That they believe is because of something they
Yes.
believe. Somebody, I just blocked
Yes.
somebody, Natu. I just blocked somebody. I don't even want to give them the cheap popularity of mentioning their name because they're not worth it. Don't come and go and create your own platform if you want to get famous on this election matter. Okay, not on my platform. So I'm not giving you that popularity. And they said, and the person, the he goat or she goat said, oh, Africans need to accept defeat when they lose. So the reason why we are even having this conversation is if it was a clean win, you won. See, I teach my children, anybody who's a parent here will know. When you are teaching your children, you teach them the art of winning and losing at the same time. If you are a competitive person in life, you will understand that it's not all battles that you win. You win some and you lose some. But there's a difference between losing and cheating. When somebody wins you because they cheated, that's why you people, some of you, Ogboyin, your brain has been shifted. You can't reason because you lack critical thinking. That's why you don't know that there's a different the reason why people are so devastated. People like Junior who woke up 5 a.m. People like all the Nigerians over the farm who are here who woke up to go queue in their polling booths. Yeah. The reason why they feel this way is because they know that it was not a free and fair election. There's a difference. If he won based on the figures that there was no cheating, that INEC did not cheat so blatantly that everybody saw, then we will not be having this conversation. So before you talk about people accepting losing graciously, also talk about integrity, honesty, winning the right way. These are things that matter in this part of the world. Okay? Because I know for some of you, it might not matter because you don't see and you cannot think. But for some of us, it does matter. You won, right? But how? How did you win? What did you do? Did you cheat? Did you manipulate it? Did you manipulate the votes? Did you intimidate people? What did you do? So it's not the fact that Peter Obi was not declared as the winner. Even though a lot of us would have been, very happy to hear that, but the fact that the cheating was it was in your face. People like Ajibola, my sister in Lagos, Who was there in the polling booth? She was organizing people to stay in line. Let's do this democratically. Whatever persuasion, even if you are PDP, APC, APP, BPP, AAA, whatever, just let's do it orderly. That is what we're talking about. It's not about he lost and we are not gracious. It's because there was massive rigging. It's because there's cheating.
It's
Yeah.
gaslighting. That's what they're doing.
Yes. So don't come here and
Gaslighting.
say Nigerians, Africans need to accept cheating, graciously. No. Losing, and there's cheating to lose. If you've ever done business and people cheated you, then you know what we're talking about. Anything you've done that you felt like you were cheated, that it was not, I know some people will come here and tell you that there's no all is fair in love and war, whatever. That's just nonsense. That's cheap talk. There's playing and there's playing fair. If there were no rules, then all of us would be in the West. You know how they used to say it in American movies, wild, wild West, where you just delete somebody because you want something that belongs to them. There are rules for a reason. If you don't follow the rules, you've broken the rules, you are not a winner. You are a thief. That's the difference. Okay, let's move on very quickly. Not to thank you very much, my darling, because of time. I'm going to move on to Ihuoma. Is it Ihuoma? Hello, Ihuoma. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, my darling. Where are you joining us from?
Kentucky, USA.
Kentucky. That's where you have the fried chicken, right?
Yeah.
that name is named after the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
KFC.
I feel like yeah, I moved to Kentucky and yeah, I live in a small town, but it's quite different from where I've been living before. But yeah, I just wanted to call because I feel like I'm more my spirits has been uplifted a little bit just listening to you guys because like Saturday was actually my birthday, and then following the Nigerian election too was also adding to my stress too. I couldn't even be happy on my birthday too,
Are you
and I was
Nigerian?
really hoping. Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
Yes, I am. And I couldn't really be happy or even celebrate because like each time I keep waking up to like follow
Sorry,
the
my
news even
darling.
at work and like checking my
Happy
phone
birthday.
like what's good. Yeah, and like checking my phone like, oh, did people be win, and it's just really depressing. And like also I consider myself a person of faith as well, and like I know how much my parents have been putting into like organizing people. Like they even have a prayer meeting for Nigeria. Like they even mentioned they're even hiding their own like we want people to win, like actually praying about it. And I was just like, God, like, where are you in this situation? Like, literally, we've been praying for like a whole year, or even when P2B like started his campaign, like we've been praying for him, like why isn't he winning? So I was just kind of like, I don't even know. It just like
Frank,
threw me off
you
a
are
little
saying you
bit.
came from UAS. What's UAS Connecticut? Where's US Beacon? I don't know where's UAS Connecticut to vote. And you saw many votes not count. And today in Abuja, they found someone with Beaver's machine. I don't know what you mean. You came from the America to come and vote because all you've been saying in the comment section is not tallying. Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you are tired or you are jet lagged, but you are not talking correctly. What you are saying in the comment section so far does not tally with wherever you came from. What's UAS Connecticut? What's the meaning of UAS Connecticut? Mama, darling, please finish up. Let me move on, Jari.
Yes, I just was, I think it's like my spirit is like uplifted. I have a little bit of hope, I just hope that the youth would not give up because, like, I know for some people, like, even some of the younger people, like, who are around me, I feel like sometimes they don't, like, I'm not saying they don't care, but I guess because they're over here, so it does not really, like, affect them. So they're, like, a bit removed, but I do care. And I was in Nigeria last year, and, like, I could see how people's lives were affected. Like, how people say, like, Nigeria not happened to you. I mean, Nigeria didn't happen to me, but I was kind of feeling the heat, even though, like, I was a bit more comfortable, but you still feel the heat and the stress that everyone goes through dealing with the country as well. So you can't be like, oh, like let me just forget about these people as well, because like I still have family there, and like I also hope to like move back to Nigeria at some point, you know.
Yeah,
Like
that's the
as much
dream,
as you live
right?
here,
That's the dream for a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora.
yeah, as much as I live here, like it still does not feel the same way. Like even though things were like difficult, like in Nigeria, but you know the community aspect of it, like it does not compare
It's
like living
everything.
here. Like yeah, okay, yeah, it's everything, and I'm someone that like cherishes like community and like being around people. But here is just very different. So I was just like really, really hoping and praying that P2B wins, but it didn't
Yeah,
happen. I'm just like God, like where are you in this situation? Like,
it will
but
show up.
we never
It will
know.
show up. It will show up for us. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate you, my darling. Don't worry, don't give up. One over the farm here, Yinkus Pope said today is her birthday. Today is my birthday. It's been a depressing day, but I'm making the best of it. Happy birthday, Yinkus Pope. You are an Obodo farm. You are not just an Obodo farm, you are a member. I love you. I celebrate you. Obodo farm, please take a minute to wish her a happy birthday. I pray that the year will be glorious for you. That God will bless you. He will elevate you. Every good and perfect gift from God is yours in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for being here on your birthday. Even though Nigerians and Nigeria everywhere, progressive Nigerians everywhere are not really in the best mood today. But you know what? Happy birthday. We celebrate you, my darling sis. We love you. Igba ọdún kan ni o. It is well with you. God will bless you. He will uplift you. It will elongate your life. Everything that you touch will prosper in the name of Jesus. And I pray that this year will be the best one for you so far. Obodo fam, please take a minute to celebrate Yinku's Pope. Yinku's Pepe is one of our Obodo fam. She's a member. She's been a very good supporter over the years. So please celebrate her. Thank you. Okay, we're coming to the end of the show now. I'm going to take Winty Jojo. You got 2 minutes. Hello, Winty. Can you hear me? Hello,
Hello.
Winty. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, all right. Here's my contribution. Three things I want to say. First, we Nigerians, sometimes some of us we deserve the kind of leaders we have. There are reports that some COP members in River State they collected $100. When those agents, APC agents, they get to the polling area, they tell them collect $100, sign. The results will go to APC. So if you look at a country like that, where people have the mindset like, let me make quick money, that's the kind of leaders we are going to have.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Number two, I want to talk particularly about the western part of the country.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional rulers in Yoruba land, they are the number one cause of our problem. And
What
I'm going
about the
to name
actors? What about Yoruba actors and actresses?
they too, they are part of it. The
Mm-hmm.
traditional rulers, the Elegusis, the Oba of Lagos, all of them, John from APC government.
They are very
To
political.
them,
They are all in Tinubu's pockets.
exactly. To
Mm-hmm.
become an Oba in the West right now, if you do not support Tinubu and APC, you cannot become an Oba. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's not about if I choose somebody as Oba, it's about political people. Look at the
No, it's the
pedigree.
governors. They pay them now. So
Of course,
if you're paying them, then you have to dance to that tune.
of
Though,
course.
I mean, let's not even go there. They've never spoken the truth since time.
They've never
Mm-mm.
they've never spoken the truth. And
No,
those
they've
are the
never been
kind of
truthful. They are Latenujes is what my belly can take and who can pay my whatever. No, stomach
infrastructure and
infrastructures. Nobody.
infrastructure.
Mhm.
And number three, I just hope that Lagosians go out and vote and remove Sanwo-Olu.
That would
All
be
this talk.
revenge. I think that would be good revenge, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, all this talk that Tinubu built Lagos is all blasphemy. When we were young, when we were growing up, You don't see Okada all over the place. Now you can't even stand on the road in Lagos. That's my contribution. I just
Thank
wish
you, my
that
dear.
everything, becomes better. Take care, man. Have a good day.
Thank
I
you,
think
Winty.
I
Winty
think
Jojo from the America here.
I
Okay.
have one suggestion for Yoruba people. I think if you guys want to save yourself, stop looking up to these Yoruba
I
actresses. I
wonder,
mean,
why are you looking up
I've
to them
I've
for?
I've been watching Yoruba movies for a long time, and I've seen how the Yoruba movie industry have
They don't
degraded
care
over
about
time.
MC Oluwamo that will give them money to produce their movie. It
They
is their own personal gain. They don't look at,
they
they
don't
don't look
they
to
don't.
think about the general population. Do you know the amount of displaced persons in Lagos? Do you know amount of homeless people? The number of homeless people? Lagos has a lot of wealthy areas, but I tell you, compared to the poverty in Lagos, is insignificant.
It's a glorified slum. It's like a big city, and the rich people are living somewhere in the corner.
And that's why the rich people are not safe. You can't
Yeah,
be safe
they're not
when you have
safe.
so many
They're
people
not
that
safe.
are hungry.
They keep
Mm-mm.
coming outside, like the ones in Lekki. They keep coming outside and saying, "Oh, there are a lot of people that come from the island and steal their things
You will
now."
not sleep well. They will not let you sleep. Mm-mm. No, you will not. Because as long as you continue to, think about only your own interest, you're not like Junior here, who, somebody who came from all the way from America to say, I want to give back. I want to build business. I want to give employment to people. I want to give back. You're not looking holistically at at the country, but you're only looking at, the problem with Nigerians. A lot of others Nigerians, like the one that went to Georgia was talking about, is selfishness, greed, self-serving. It's all about me, me, me. What can I get now? Give them 10 million, give them 5 million. They don't care if 1 million people, 10 million people are, if they are buying, they don't care. And that is why they can't sleep at night. Collect all the money you want, build all the houses, buy all the cars. You still drive in the same bad roads. You still go with the same insecurity. Anything can happen to you. So yeah, you are not safe.
Their
You can
conscience is
never be safe.
completely gone.
Nah.
It's gone. It's gone. I mean, I was what I was I think I was on a live. I was watching a video of two of those Yoruba actresses arguing. I think it was Toyin Abraham and one of them one I don't know her name, and the other one was saying
Tony
that
and I think it was Dayo called out. She called out Yabo for supporting Obi.
and it's not that one. Like, this one of that Yoruba. I don't remember her
Okay,
name,
I
but
think Aduni Ade and the other, the ones that we don't know their names. Maybe it's
yeah,
those
yeah,
ones.
it's one of those ones. She was on the live with Toyin Abraham, and that she's actually supporting Peter Obi, and her reason was that most of her fans, she knows how they're struggling, how they're hungry, how they don't have food on their table. And she then admitted that, yes, she has met Tinubu personally. She has gone to meet him. He has helped them go save one of their colleagues in America sometime, but she cannot, in her own good conscience, support APC and Tinubu's government because she
Is
knows
Yabo now? That's Yabo.
it
Is it not
wasn't Yabo.
Yabo?
It wasn't Yabo. It was another one. She's not as popular as Yabo,
Okay.
but she was saying that
Yabo said
she
something the same thing. Once he helped one of them or he helped two of them, they feel
exactly
like they
that's how
owe
they
him.
think because a lot of them were also attacking Yabo, and Yabo came out and said she cannot support Tinubu because Tinubu has helped one of her colleagues. That's not good. So that also Yoruba is also saying the same thing, that she cannot, in good conscience, support APC and Tinubu's government because her fans. She's not even talking about people she knows. She said her fans are suffering. And Tony Abraham kept saying, no, no, Tinubu is my man. She couldn't give a good. The lady asked Tony Abraham again, why are you supporting Tinubu? Why? She couldn't give a clear, good reason. At that moment, I just knew these people, they don't have conscience. So stop looking up to Yoruba actresses. Even Yoruba movies are not like what they used to be. I don't even remember the last one I watched. They're not like what they used to be. Back then, when they used to teach us a lot of
They
lessons
never
and
had
all that.
integrity. Let me tell you something. All of them, most of them, did you not see Mama Rainbow? If you want to say back then, What of Mama Rainbow? Remember when the case of Baba Ijesha came?
remember.
You see what Mama
I
Rainbow did?
remember.
They've always been like that. Most of them. Unfortunately, most of these Yoruba actors and actresses is Bele infrastructures. They don't care. That's the truth. That's just the truth. All right, I'm ending now. Flourishing Light, then I'll take Truth Matter lastly. Flourishing Light, welcome.
Thank you so much, Auntie B. Hello to everybody in the studio. Auntie B, man, I've been missing in action. I've been so busy. I was taking an MBA. I just finished last month. I was so busy. Of course, I was the best student.
Congratulations!
I had a 4 GPA.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Congrats. Guys,
thank
please
you
give us a thumbs up. We have an fan that just finished MBA and she was the best student. Wow.
Thank you. That's my second master's. Thank you, second master's added to my PhD. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Man, this whole thing has been so crazy. Seriously, I've been watching it here from California and it's been so crazy. Nigeria. Oh my God. But there's something that really stood out for me. I don't know if others saw that. If you noticed when Tinubu was giving his so-called acceptance speech.
I didn't watch it, but somebody mentioned something.
For those who watched it, you could tell. Look at the wife. The wife was not comfortable. Her body language was horrible. Every so often, she couldn't even hold a direct eye contact with the audience. She kept twirling her eyes from one end to the other. Her eyes was, if somebody just go back and watch that video, she was looking to the ground, she would raise her eyes, look leftwards, look rightwards.
It's not like our darling Dr. Ife here said that she will be the one that is ruling because Tinubu is too sick. So why is she not comfortable?
Oh yes, the husband even said that those at the Senate, if they think she's going to come back to the Senate, they're wasting their time. Why? Because she's coming back as his full-time housewife.
How is that relevant?
He's going to be, and even though one might say he joked about that, and that she's going to be in his other room. And he laughed about it.
Of course, he's following his predecessor now.
Exactly. And that was so
illiterate men.
Exactly. And then there was something
that women in today's world. Hillary Clinton was a first lady too, but she ran for president in America.
Exactly.
But their own wives is only the other room. What can they do in there? What can Tinubu do in the other room?
Unfortunately.
Hold on. Truth, flourishing light now. No. We gotta get comic relief. Just look at him and tell me what he can do in the other room.
I wonder. He can't even carry himself.
Like one side and the other. What can he do? This one.
He cannot even carry himself. He can't even move around. What's he going to do in there? If he wants to die, let him try.
All of them
if he wants to breathe his last, maybe if he wants to breathe his last, he doesn't even have the energy to carry himself. I'm so sorry. I was using one of the words that was surely used on this channel. I'm sorry, but he can't even carry himself, but unfortunately it is what it is. And then there was something very, very critical that I observed on this guy's face, his running mate. This guy, there was this duper's delight on his face. You see, there was this, you see that a lot on narcissist faces when they have accomplished their goal. There was this duper's delight. You could see this kind of, a kind of smile that conveyed some cynicism kind of.
It's a confident smile, like I told you I will do it.
Yes, exactly. The duper's delight, Yeah. It's like someone who has done something wrong, and when you're being confronted for it, instead of showing some remorsefulness, unconsciously, there's this smile that flashes on your face without you even knowing that you're smiling.
I like that, duper's delight.
It's called the duper's delight in psychology. So it's that's terrible, and that's what we know. In therapy, it's always very easy to find that out, and even during investigations, you see somebody telling you no, yet they're telling you yes, but they are shaking their head in disagreement.
But
You
their
know,
facial expression is telling a different story.
their facial expressions are conveying something totally different, unfortunately. But it is
He's
what
talking
it
about
is.
the other room. When was the last time he went to the other room with this woman? When was the
Well,
last time
on
that
the day when he
he
knows
can
that
post that he was able to get, even with
he
all the video they
cannot,
back all the
he
Biafra in this
cannot,
world,
he
he cannot do
cannot, he
nothing.
cannot, he
Lori
cannot.
Buruku.
So those were, yeah, and it's just so crazy. If you look at the entire atmosphere in Nigeria, everywhere is just down. There's no jubilation. Yeah, I think if at all there's any supposed jubilation, that should be only within the Tinubu
APC.
camp, if at all there is any. But it is what it is, man. It's crazy. But I think this is a clarion call for fellow Nigerians to, to really understand that um, things can be done right without following the wrong path, And it is clear that Obi won these elections. It's clear, it cannot be disputed. It's indisputable. He won, and I'm happy that they have come out and said everyone should be calm and preaching peace, and are going to follow the right course to ensure that justice is served. But that's something personally that I doubt that would even happen.
You know what? I'm so proud that Obi didn't say anything. You know what they were doing? They were waiting for him to say something so they can arrest him.
Exactly.
But he didn't fall into their hands. That's why everybody was, even all the Nigerian television stations were like, hey, why is Obi not speaking? Why is he not speaking? You notice, hey, Kai, God bless Peter Obi. God will bless that man. You notice that it was his deputy that addressed the conference. They said he was going to speak, but because if he has said something, they are looking for an opportunity to apprehend him and lock him. They'll send DSS to go and pick him up.
Exactly.
But because he hasn't said anything, they are all confused now. Why is he not saying anything? You know, when you cheated somebody, you've taken something forcefully that doesn't belong to you. You are expecting the other person to come for you, right? But
yes.
Now they are all confused.
Yes, and that's why silence is golden. They even tried to beat some words out of Dati's mouth earlier on today during one little press conference that he had.
And he said, he kept asking
yes, they wanted him to speak, and he said, well, and they wanted to know what Obi would say. Well, this is a prelude to him coming to speak, and Dati, he's conducted himself with a lot of grace so far.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
A lot of grace. That man has class. I give it to him. But it is what it is, man. I'm just wondering what the future holds for Nigeria at this point in time, because the atmosphere is not friendly at all. A lot of people are hurting. Nigerians are hurting, and at the same time, the leaders all the Nigerians are affected, but the leaders who principally have been affected by this thing, who are championing this cause on behalf of Nigerians, are asking Nigerians to be calm. And I think peace conquers everything. That's my own personal opinion. But at the same time, man, Nigeria needs an overhaul. It needs a serious overhaul, because it can't continue this way.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Florentine Light. I need to go, unfortunately, because of time. I appreciate your contribution. I'm going to take Truth Matter 2 minutes and then we end. Yeah, because we've done 2.5 hours almost. Truth Matter.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, Auntie B. You know what? We need to start. We need to start. We need to start preparing. But the problem with Nigeria is like a lot of Nigerians are keyboard warriors. They come online, talk all this talk.
No. They are not. Oh, I'm not going to say that. No, with this election, they've demonstrated that they are not just keyboard warriors. They did vote.
We have to prepare.
Nigerians. I mean, let's give Nigerian. Even Adewale said it. The mother back in Nigeria, your state came out. The Nigerian youths came out and they made their voice heard.
Because now we can make this about tribal or Yoruba or something. When you look at even the Yorubas, let me tell you to be sincere. Do you know what Yoruba really want? They want breakaway from Nigeria. They don't want this election. So that's why
that's not what we are talking about. It's not about what every section wants.
I'm just saying that that's what they want. Like when you look at it, this is not about the Yoruba actors or actresses. They can support Allah so they can support who they want, but they're not the so-called. They are not the one that rule Yoruba land. They are not the one that dictate for Yoruba youth. So what everybody needs to do now, because when you look at the Labour Party, majority of those who even support Labour Party are Yoruba people. So now, because the whole Nigeria they come together that we don't want all this nonsense anymore. So now we can still go back to our drawing board. If Labour Party can start winning the governorship, they can win the local government, everything. So let me tell you, we can still change the power. They can still change it. Because right now, INEC already failed. But if power is changing from the bottom and they put it, the structure will change. So they will,
Yeah.
there's not going to be like the president of Nigeria choosing INEC because they call it Independent Election Commission. So
they are not independent anything.
So that's why we have to go back to our drawing board. Everybody, we have to get our momentum back. You know what I mean? Don't let it go like that, because of this, there's still a lot of big deal. The governorship or the local government, because if we don't strategize now, it's gonna be another. It's not over yet. Because
it's not over yet. And Nigerians as a whole, they are fed up, right? They are fed up. They made their voice heard. I'm not even going to sit down here and blame. I'm not going to blame any Nigerian, because Nigerians voted. They came out. They voted.
You can't.
People like actresses like Chioma Oputa on Instagram, they almost injured her. She says she's traumatized. People came out. I'm not even going to blame anybody. The only people who should hold responsible is INEC. Thank you, Joy. INEC is the one that failed us. On this occasion, Nigerian youths are not just keyboard warriors. They went out, they voted, both old and young. They voted massively for a man that they believed in his vision, in his dream for a new Nigeria.
They stayed there and waited for the votes to count. Some people stayed till 8 a.m. in the morning with no sleep.
People didn't go to church. For Nigerians not to go to church.
They didn't. They stayed.
Yeah. No, we can't blame Nigeria on this one. I know what you mean. Truth matter. But on these occasions, I think we should give Nigerians their flowers. They did their best. So yeah, we're going to wait and see what's going to happen. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Yeah, but you know what? Everybody be consoled. We've done our best. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's not something, Obi did so well. Peter Obi did so. Labour Party did so well. He did so well. When Showore came a few years back, Showore came and tried to do something similar. Adewale, maybe I cannot remember. Did he win a single state?
I heard he won his polling unit. That's the only thing I heard. I don't know. I think the reason why people didn't really connect.
He didn't win one state. What Obi did is phenomenal. It's never been done in the history of Nigeria.
It's never been done. No,
never.
It's never been done.
For a newbie, somebody who is not known, a new party, to come 9 months and did this. Come on, guys, let's celebrate. Pat yourself in the back. What Obi did is breaking history. He's done something that nobody has ever done before.
No one. For the politicians themselves to say what he did is impressive, you know that, yes.
I think somebody in the Senate said it that, so Ashe is not only Twitter votes. The votes are real. They were shocked.
They were shocked.
It shocked them.
They were shocked. They were really shocked.
So
even Ayofayoshi came out and said that Tinubu needs to keep Peter Obi closer. He said, when people say keep your friends closer and your enemies closer, that Tinubu needs to keep him closer, because if Tinubu lets Peter Obi go, that he might regret it. Then I know that, yes, these politicians, they are also scared of what Peter
Obi will never have anything to do with Tinubu. Tinubu is not, he's everything that Peter Obi doesn't want to be. If we wanted Tinubu, he would not need to. No need to rig, no need for all this snatching boxes and beating people up and trying to intimidate people. It was stolen mandate. So guys, don't feel bad, okay? Don't feel bad. Be consoled. I know that it's not easy. When you are defeated and you won, but it's okay. Again, I want to remind you guys that this was not an election that was free and fair. We all saw it. The international community saw it. Everybody saw it. INEC stole this election. So it is winning by cheating. And that is not a real win. So if you are APC and you're celebrating, just know that you are a thief and you stole something that does not belong to you. So that's all I'm going to say. Adewale, what do you have to say? Let's end.
Yeah, I think people shouldn't give up. It's not over yet. I mean, there's a reason why Peter Obi is not speaking, and he's saying, "Be calm, don't protest, don't incite anyone," because he also knows that that's what APC is expecting.
Yes,
that's what they're expecting. So
they
be calm.
expected it because they want to apprehend him.
Exactly, be calm. And I know that the Labour Party, they've gathered all the I think even before the election started, and something tells me that the Labour Party and Peter Obi already had a committee that was going to investigate and inspect the elections. Because when they were interviewing Peter Obi, he didn't feel like someone who was panicked. Like he I think he already expected that they were going to rig it. He already expected it, so that should give us some kind of solace and hope.
Yes,
and it's
yes.
not over yet.
It's
For
not
March
over.
11th, for March 11th, that GRV guy needs to win that election on a landslide to show them to show much further evidence that yes, Tinubu didn't have 500 votes in Lagos. He did not. He didn't even have up to 200. He did not. So
yeah,
that's all. Let's just be hopeful. I mean, I've gone through sadness.
Yeah, all the stages of grief.
All the stages of you feel like I was grieving.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like a bereavement, but it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Our hopes are not. Is not shattered yet. Let's keep hope alive. All right. Thank you, Adewale. This is the third time you are co-hosting with me because of this election. So I know that you are vested in this.
I'm very passionate about Nigeria. It's like,
I know.
Sometimes I just wake up and feel like I want to achieve my dreams, but I want it to be something associated.
Who doesn't want to be in Nigeria? Nigeria is sweet on a good day. Who doesn't want to? Who doesn't want to live in? Who wants to be living in a foreign land forever? Tori long.
No one.
Who wants
no
to?
one.
Now condition make crayfish bend, my people.
No one. Like being abroad just feels like there's some part of you that is disconnected. Like there's a void in your heart.
It's never the same. Somebody called in earlier and said it about the community. That community is real in Nigeria.
It's not here. It's not here.
Before you know now, they don't gather. Celebration don't start. Oh my God.
Everywhere.
Nigeria's sweet on a good day. Wow.
Like okay. Nigerians on average, we're entertaining people. We don't even need entertainment. We can just sit down and we just start, there's this life part of Nigeria that you can't find it anywhere.
Let me tell you something before you go, Adewale. Yesterday, I think 2 days ago, on my job, I was talking to some people and we're having a conversation. This lady from, I think she's from Uganda, and another, the man is from Uganda and the lady is, I think she's from, Kenya or somewhere. And we're talking about dementia. Okay. And I was like, have you guys noticed that there's more dementia here than in Africa? And the guy was saying, no, it's because it's not diagnosed in Africa. And the lady was like, no, adults don't have dementia like that back home. No. In every 10 adults you see in this part of the world, 2 of them will have dementia. And then we started figuring it out between the 3 of us. Is it the weather? Is it the food? Is it the cold? Then we narrowed it down to maybe, and this is just, it's not scientifically or proven, but in our own, estimation, it's just like, it's something relating to isolation. You don't see anybody that greets you or talk to you, only you will just be there, sha. Whereby, I was telling them in Nigeria, back in the day, you enter bus. Before you get to where you are coming down, you made friends with everybody in the bus.
Exactly.
You are gisting and talking like you've known each other forever.
Forever, exactly.
But yeah, even your neighbor will not greet you. We've been in this house now, and my neighbor, one day we just
I lived in an apartment for like a year and I didn't know who my neighbor was for that.
Is that not enough to cause dementia?
I was
for an old person.
during COVID, it got a lot worse. I felt like I was going insane.
That's
No
one of the
one.
reasons why people want to go back home.
Like COVID made everything clear for us in the diaspora that here it's like you're alone. Like back in Nigeria, you don't even have to, here we would have to schedule events and all these
Exactly.
things.
The, the,
In
the, the,
Nigeria, it's
the,
organic. It's
everything.
organic.
The
Everything.
Uganda man was saying people will come to your house as an elderly person. They will greet you. They will come and visit you. If you want to buy something, they'll go to the shop. People will actually talk to you.
They will talk to you.
Let's start with just basic talking to you. For you know what I discovered? I haven't lived in the UK for I've done 17 years now. No, 6th of March, I will be 17 years exactly in this country. You know what I noticed in my 17 years here, Adewale? I don't know how to greet anymore. I just walk and pass people now because this is what the society
That's
is
the
like.
culture.
In Nigeria, I don't need to know you. I will greet you. Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, sir. I greet everybody because this is the way we were raised.
Raised, yes.
Who has time to greet you here? They just walk and pass you like you are not a human being, like you don't exist. Nigeria must be good, though. Peter
I
Obi.
even noticed is like when I'm with other foreigners, I become very, very introvert. I don't talk. But when I'm among my Nigerians, it's like I'm a different person. I don't even have to talk. I just start smiling. Like that's just to show you the Nigerian effect. And living in Nigeria is like that's how your life is going to be every day. How are you going to be depressed?
Yeah,
It's not
you
possible.
can't, oh. You can't. Even though, I mean, there are people that are depressed, but man, no matter the situation, that's why you see the resilience of Nigeria comes from that attitude of
Yes,
people
that's where
being
it
able to
comes from.
laugh, and there is always something that will ginger you in Nigeria. Just come out of your house, from your gates, Musa will start making you laugh. The woman that is selling provisions there will say something, they will do something funny, something will happen.
It's just funny, just very funny. I mean, every time I go on social media, I laugh every day because just go on like Nigerian social media, you just see someone just write like 4 words, and it's very, very funny. That's like the average Nigerian is just funny. That's how we are. I don't have to like that's just how we are. So like with all the pain and all the trouble that we go through, we are still resilient because there's
Our
still
people,
something
this
to
is
talk
not
about.
our culture is so far is different from what we deal with in the diaspora. Our
Very
tradition,
different.
our way of life is not the
Very
same.
different. It's
We're a
not the
very
same.
open people. We're a warm and happy people. We are people that integrate. We fellowship with one another. We are not so closed up that you will stay indoors. Nobody from morning till night. You will be indoors. No, your neighbor will come. Mama Emeka, you there house? How now? I want to go market too. You want
My
buy
cousin just
anything?
born. We get party for this place.
Jesus. They will knock your door. They will, if you don't go, they will come meet you. You cannot be isolated in Africa. That is
You
why
cannot.
it's different. That is the vibe. Nigeria must be good. Thank you so much, my darling Adewale.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me
you,
to
my
be.
darling.
Bye bye.
We'll speak soon. Take care of yourself, okay? Thank you. Don't worry. Everything is gonna be all right by the grace of God. Yeah. I mean, there's too much at stake. It's our home. We have no other home. Ariria Juniwa, we are sojourners, we are visitors. No matter how long you live here, if you live here 20 years, they'll still see you as a foreigner. They will ask you, where are you from originally? That's when you will know, Ashe, you are not American enough for them, you are not British enough for them, you are not, where are you from originally? When they ask you that question, that's when you will know. Or they will ask your children, where are your parents from originally? That means you are not originally from here. Yes, Nigeria must be good. There's so much we've got. I mean, Africa, but starting from Nigeria because we are talking about Nigeria now. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Give us a thumbs up. I don't even remember to say that. Adewale, this is the third time you are co-hosting with me, you and Ifi. I know that this is very important to you. It's important to a lot of people. Guys, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for being here tonight. On this note, I'm going to sign out. And we're going to go back to some other things because I do realize that it's not all our subscribers that are Nigerians. I know that people have been really supportive, even though they are not Nigerians. But yeah, I don't normally do politics, but this is not about politics. This is not even about, this is about the survivor of the soul of our country, Nigeria, of which I am a Nigerian in toto. I love my country. I believe in Nigeria, and I know that Nigeria will be good one day by the grace of God. It's not over yet. So chin up, chill, don't be sad. Don't be, don't feel bad. Go through the emotions, speak to people, pray. If you need to cry, I have shed a few tears. I'm not gonna lie. I did cry. The day that I cried was on I think it was on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Saturday or Sunday? Yeah, one of those days. I can't remember. But I did. But I feel better now. If you need to switch it off sometimes, not to listen, do that. But look after your mental health. Look after yourself, and everything is going to be all right. Okay? We have a very, very good and visionary leader called Peter Obi. I like the way Omoye calls him Peter the Rock. Oh my God. Look at the fact that he's not hasting, he's not rushing to go and issue a speech, is to tell you that they are very strategic in whatever they are doing, in how to, to deal with this. So don't worry. It's not over yet. God is still on the throne. Remember what I told you guys about the story of these. You might think it's biblical. I'm just telling you stories. But if you don't want to believe that, also believe the fact that God has deleted two sitting. If money can buy your power, you think you are so powerful that you are above God. Two Nigerian presidents have deleted. They've died in Aso Rock. Yes. Sani Abacha, the military one that wanted to oppress Nigeria forever, he died in Aso Rock with all the power and everything, influence. Today now, where is his generation? Where is his family? So don't worry. Relax your mind. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. The other one that was sick, the one that Obasanjo put there, what's his name? Yaradua. He went and died in the abroad. Did they not carry his body to go Nigeria? And the presidency fell to Jonathan. So we don't know what God is about to do, but I know He's not a wicked God. And I believe strongly that Nigeria is a praying nation. All the prayings, all the tears, all the cries, all the prayers of Nigerians, heaven has heard. And that is why we shouldn't give up hope. It is well. It is well. Thank you so much, everyone. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you've not done so. Thumbs up, guys. Please give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Yeah. And all of you APC supporters that are rejoicing, when your children steal, they cheat, celebrate them or give them a medal, okay? Because that is how you want to live your life. That is what you are teaching them. Cheating, stealing, corruption. Don't chastise them more. Don't tell them off. Celebrate them. But there are some people in this world that will want to win with integrity, want to win the right way. We don't want to cheat. We don't want to steal. We don't want to take something that doesn't belong to us by force. But if you're one of those who want to, it is well with you. I hope your conscience will allow you to sleep at night. But God is still sitting on the throne and is watching over the affairs of men. All power belongs to God. Ashiwaju does not have power. All power, whatever power he thinks that INEC has given him is earthly power. Okay? Nobody has power except God, and he gives the power to who he wants. If peradventure he gets to Aso Rock, it's because God allows it. And Peter Obi will go to court and fight. So we are here for it. No wahala. Thank you very much. See, Sajibala, God bless you. Thank you very much, everyone. All of you in Nigeria, stay safe. God bless you, and we'll speak soon. I love you guys. Bye.